All right, let's do it. Got Rowan with the Guardy versus Michael with the Arc. This is Arc Umbreon, no Duraludon. Arc Umbreon flying Pikachu. No Duraludon. So Arc Umbreon, is that the more powerful two Pokemon to combine right now? And then is Duraludon the extra? Maybe. So double Ralts prize here from Rowan's gonna be pretty tough. Yeah, double Ralts prize is not gonna be great. And actually, yeah, Rowan has a really bad start here. Just one Raltsization for one. But opening Luminia is also really bad here for K-Tron. So pretty rough starts for both players, I guess. Rough starter for K-Tron. Pretty slow start here from Rowan, but is going first, so he'll have time to recover. Pretty tough to recover, though, when you prize two Ralts. So the most Rowan can do next turn is... The most Rowan can do is only get down one more Ralts. And then if K-Tron has like Gust, KO, or Kirlia, then you're probably gonna be in trouble. Yeah, there's a Judge over Iono here. I mean, you don't want to give Rowan too much more to work with. And you know Rowan didn't really have that great of a start. But I feel like, man, you could just dead draw off this for K-Tron. It's probably not super likely though. And I already see an Ultra Ball there, so we're probably gonna see, yeah, bench Umbreon and then pass. So it's already in like a pretty good spot. It's already in like a fine spot. But like, I don't know, it makes you think for a second there. Like, I don't know, that could be tough. You could just dead draw off the Judge, but I don't know. All right, Kirlia and Ralts on the way here for Rowan. Level ball for Kirlia. Stadium for Ralts. I assume, but then didn't use the stadium there. Also discarded the... Wait, what? I guess you don't want to Iono K-Tron. Oh, this feels a little bit awkward for Rowan. You do not want to Iono K-Tron for sure, because you want to hope that the Judge killed K-Tron's hand. I feel like you want to push the Mew into the active here, though. There's so little draw power set up on board here from Rowan. I feel like you want Mew in the active. Discarding Mew there feels really weird. Like, they've just put the Artisan in play, right? That's how the turn started. And there's only one Ralts in the deck. So unless Rowan just didn't check their prize cards and is thinking that the Artisan can get more than just a Ralts. So our checking prize cards is important. I feel like the sequence from Rowan here should be Artisan for Ralts, Level Ball for Kirlia, use Kirlia. Not sure what the hand is. Maybe even discard the Iono, and then try and retreat into the Mew. And then sacrifice the Mew for the turn. Not the Greninja, because you want the Greninja around for draw power. I think, yeah. There wasn't that many options to discard off the Kirlia, I guess, to be honest. But we definitely should use the Artisan, I think, first here. And get the Ralts out of the deck. Because you don't want to draw into the Ralts if it's the only thing you want off of it. You definitely want the... He runs Medicham. That's true, I guess. K-Tron does run Medicham, so I guess you don't want Mew around because of that. I don't know if it's that big of a liability. I don't know. I'm actually not sure. There's Greninja for 2. But once again, we should be using the Artisan here, I feel like, to thin the Ralts out of the deck. Once again, I don't think you want an Iono here. So I think Rowan should just go... I don't like the Iono here. Just use the... Dude, I don't think Rowan knows that he prized 2 Ralts. I guess you could be trying to get Cresselia and Ralts into play. I don't think Rowan knows. I don't think Rowan knows about that they prized 2 Ralts. Did find the Cresselia. Maybe Rowan will realize it now. And Fog Crystal and retreat to the Cresselia. Or the Spiritomb. And the Spiritomb is a little bit of a liability because of the Medicham. But I don't know if Rowan knows that Katron plays Medicham. So that would be like a big question for sure. On yeah, that'd be something that'd be interesting to know. And there's the Zacian load up and pass. So really slow start from Rowan. Yeah, I don't think I don't like the Iona from Rowan there, like I was saying. Escape rope off the rip. I mean, I think you're always pushing Greninja here. I'd be surprised if Rowan sends up anything else besides Greninja. Umbreon, yep. See, this is like kind of interesting to see the difference here. Like, well, there is only a Ralts and a Curly in play, but when we saw Christian play this match, or similar, like Christian was always chasing the Zacian and punching it. We see Katron goes after the Curlia here instead. And actually, one thing that's kind of interesting about this matchup as well for Katron is Katron actually has no way to one-hit KO the Zacian. So it almost like you'd almost think that it would be maybe a little bit more important to like, get that hidden on the Zacian. Because Katron can't one-hit KO it unless Rowan puts damage on it themselves. Flying Pikachu also seems pretty good in this matchup as well, I feel like. Because it can't be KO'd, it can't be hit by Zacian. So I'm curious to see if we see Katron prioritize that. Holds the V-Star, so still has that for the future, which seems pretty good. I guess could have got Lost City there. Also could have got the Flying Pikachu. And now if Rowan didn't know, Rowan should know for sure that there's no... If Rowan didn't know before, Rowan should know for sure there's no Duraludon when those the lightning energy and the water energy come out here. Putting the water energy on the Luminium would have been interesting there as well. Kitchen plays 2 belts so we can KO Zacian with this new arc. Oh, okay. So there's 2 belt in the... Okay. That makes sense then. So you look for the belt KO on this turn. So that makes sense why you'd want to hold your V-Star power as well. Okay, makes sense. We go belt KO this turn. Have Candy guarded for Rowan, but you probably want to go through you probably want to set up a Curlia here. Well, I don't know. You could set up a Curlia, but then it could just get Gus KO'd again, and then you should literally have no squad. So that doesn't seem very good. Rowan's kind of like hoping to find a Super Rod here, I think. That's not very good. Yeah, if you candy the Guardian, it is safe because there's no Umbreon setup right now. So I wonder if Rowan should have just candied out the Guardian, to be honest. Because right here, Katron could ignore the Zacian and just go KO the Curlia. And then KO the Zacian. So either play seems pretty good here to me, to be honest, from Katron. All right, we're giving up on the Flying Pikachu. The Pikachu wasn't... Well, maybe the Pikachu was prized, actually. I don't actually know. I'm curious to see if we see Katron go for... Because, like, Boss here... Like, if Katron went Boss... Plays the Hawlucha as well, I think. If Katron goes Boss... Looking at double turbo Lost City. Yeah, you could go Boss plus Lost City. Or you could just get Choice Belt Lost City. And that would work as well. Choice Belt Lost City would work as well. Then you should retreat to the other Arceus, take the knockout. But limiting the Curlia seems kind of cool, to be honest. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of limiting the Curlia. I don't hate that personally. You could go with Boss plus Lost City here. No, but you don't have the Choice Belt. That seems kind of tough, to be honest. Because then how are you going to find the Choice Belt to get the 1 KO next turn? Slacking V. Slacking V's in the discard pile already. Alakazam moving off, so I think we're not going to have the active here. There's a Lost City. Oh, wait, we took the knockout with the active because of... Oh, Hawlucha. Oh, Hawlucha Alakazam. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Hawlucha Zam combo. I concede. All right, let's move on to game 2. Yeah, this was never looking good for Rowan. Another Ralts prize, 2 Kirlia prize, not as big of a deal. And on Katron's side, really nothing important prized at all. The Kirlia is actually pretty good in this matchup. When you ever find yourself in a turn where you can't get a one-hit KO, using Cresselia to remove some damage and play that they're trying to keep around with Alakazam, or removing from damage from play that they could take advantage of with Alakazam, while setting up a 2-hit KO was pretty good. So Cresselia being prized is actually, Cresselia is a pretty good tool, especially turn 2 as an attacker in this matchup. So, we'll see. Not having 2 Ralts prize should make this a more competitive game for sure, though. Because yeah, 2 Ralts prize is tough. 2 Ralts prize against a deck that's pretty good at like turn 2 Gust KO in a Ralts or a Kirlia is like, that's pretty tough to deal with, to be honest. Was it just Mew into a level ball for a Ralts here? This might be a tough start here for Rowan. Well, that's interesting. We might have triple Ralts in hand. That might be why we're getting a Kirlia here instead. But then I just want to have played the level ball. But this is a weird sequence here from Rowan. And we have Greninja the whole time? Why do we ever sequence it like this? Dude, I'm so confused. So we used Mew to get level ball, and then we played level ball. Why? Why not just use Greninja first? Why are we not opening up with Greninja? What is going on here? I don't like this sequence at all. Because the level ball can become a Kirlia or a Ralts. If you draw a Ralts and didn't prize a Ralts. It looks like Rowan does have double Ralts in hand. It looks like they're valuing the Kirlia grab, though, over the Ralts grab. And does. They have Artisan to get the Ralts. You don't really mind giving Katron Artisan, but you kind of want to keep it around as a counter stadium to the other stadiums, the Lost Cities. I don't know why we just didn't open with Greninja here, though. I feel like opening with Greninja here always just makes way more sense. Yeah, I think we just always open Greninja there. Save the Mew search to try and dig for a candy combo. Because you want to turn 2 candy and start attacking. We're trying to swing turn 2. Yeah, this sequence I think was pretty botched here from Rowan. I don't like this sequence. I think you always just draw first with Greninja there. That's active is fine because you're trying to avoid damage on your Mew. Theoretically to play around Alakazam and Medicham, but I don't know if Rowan knows about the Medicham. You can't even use Artisan for anything? Yeah, but you don't want to keep it just as a counter stadium. I guess the only thing Katron could have used it for would be Hawlucha, but you're not trying to put Hawlucha directly on your bench from the deck, so. Ultra Ball looks like we're going for an Arceus here. And we only need the energy to have the Arc Energy. It is Arceus. There is an energy. And then there's an Ultra Ball. Do you ever just wait? So it looks like Luminine's gonna be the grab here. I don't know. What if you just waited though? What if you just waited? Just go with bench Arceus, attach. Like you could have, like Katron could have Ultra Ball away Path and Boss. Katron could have gone Ultra Ball away Path and Boss. Bench Arceus, attach. Bench Umbreon V, pass. The next turn you Ultra Ball for Arceus V-Star, but then you don't have enough cards. No, I guess this does make sense to go with the research here. I'll take it back. Maybe you should bench the Umbreon and discard the energy and hope to draw into an energy. That'd be the only other thing I would consider then. But no, I guess this does make sense. It goes with the research, doesn't want to give Rowan any more cards. Has the Flying Pikachu. I want to see if if Katron actually benches the Pikachu in this matchup. Like, theoretically, it seems okay. I don't know. Appreciate the 27 months there, Danny. Does the peak get benched? I guess it's not going to get benched here. Just a pass. I like the idea of benching Pikachu. I don't know. Pikachu seems okay. It's like 310 HP. Hard for Guardy, like Baby Guard to get that knockout. And then Zacian can't hit you. I mean, a 3-prizer in general in this board state is pretty bad for Katron because like you got the Hawlucha here and then they go KO 2-prizer and then KO 3-prizer and you just kind of lose, so. All right. This looks like a better sequence here from Rowan. Although I might have played that level ball right then for a Kirlia ahead of time to try and draw into an Iono or the candy piece. That'd be the only thing I think I would change there, to be honest. I immediately play that for a Kirlia, maybe? Because they're trying to dig pretty heavy for the turn 2 candy here, I feel like. And we whiffed. So now we're just gonna go level ball for Kirlia, which is fine. And no turn 2 attack here for Rowan. Is there a Kirlia? Oh, no, there's 2 Kirlia prized. That's right. There's 2 Kirlia prized. Goes for the Spiritomb. So we needed to get the red candy off. So this level ball always should have been played. Yeah, so that's like even a bigger. So I don't think Rowan knew that there was 2 Kirlia prized. That's why, once again, checking your prize cards can be relevant. So we could have opened up with level ball for Manaphy to get the guaranteed dead card out of the deck before we started using refinements or anything like that. Or as soon as we drew into the level ball. That would have been a good play. Yeah, so I don't like that. I think it could have been a little bit better from Rowan. It does come with checking the prize cards. All right, and then just pass over. So no turn 2 attack, no triple Kirlia. Pretty slow start still here from Rowan. So Katron has a chance to really get, to potentially get far ahead. Shouldn't the level not be played so Katron doesn't know? No, you should just like open with it and grab the Manaphy. You're just trying to increase your odds of getting the turn 2 candy Guardy. Like that's all that matters. Because at the end of your turn as Rowan, if you end your turn with 2 Kirlia and a Ralts, whether or not Katron knows that you don't have a 3rd Kirlia, it doesn't matter. Like that just sucks. Like Katron's just like, cool, they didn't get the 3rd Kirlia. And then Rowan's like, fuck, I didn't get the 3rd Kirlia, right? Rowan didn't bench the Zacian there, which is interesting. So no Zacian bench there. There's the escape row from Katron. I think is holding on to the Starbirth here. We haven't seen the Starbirth. No, the Starbirth did get used. Okay. What did we get there off the Starbirth then? Escape rope and double turbo, I guess? Okay, that must have been it. I like the energy split here because you want the threat of the Umbreon. So Guardy X doesn't become a good attacker for Rowan. Actually, I don't even know what the best attacker is here from Rowan. You do want to, as Katron, you want to avoid evolving to the Umbreon as long as you can because you don't want to give that. You don't want to put a 3-prizer in play basically here as Katron. As long as you can avoid it. But with no. There's the candy. So we could see actually, oh, wait, no, we have the Ultra Ball in hand. This is fine, though. We could see maybe Boss KO on the Umbreon. I don't know how many energy are in this card pile here for Rowan. I was actually curious if Rowan should have used Zacian last turn, to be honest, to accelerate energy. Almost like, I feel like Rowan maybe could have done that to like almost bait out, like it's like Choice Belt. Yeah, the Choice Belt Punch would have been like annoying as well. I don't know. From NAIC's result, what I say is the best deck for Worlds? Gardevoir. Gardevoir's still the best deck. I don't think Gardevoir was like a bad play at NAIC, and it probably will be still the best play. Like, it's still the best over deck at Worlds. Now, if you can get a good meta prediction there and play a deck that like beats Gardevoir really hard, but then can still deal with other stuff enough, then I think that'd be a really good play as well. But also, we're a month away, so it's like. NAIC's results won't have that big of an impact on Worlds meta. Alright, Fall Crystal, we might have enough energy here for Rowan. I don't know. We haven't attached return yet, so we could see the boss KO on the Umbreon. That'd be pretty good. Because then Rowan's route to victory could be boss KO Umbreon, KO Arceus, boss KO Lumineon, or just KO again. But I have no idea what Rowan's got here. Let's retreat to the Baby Guardy. Energy. That's 5. All right. Boss KO and Umbreon. Yep. Pretty good. Now, I mean, the question just becomes, should this have been done with Zacian instead, I feel like. It's also where attacking with Flying Pikachu would be pretty good, to be honest. Well, maybe you still don't want to attack with a 3 prize here. I think Rowan could have done this with Zacian, but chose not to. Now, just keeping your draw power around is just feels so important. I don't know. Why wouldn't it? Because there's a month. There's a whole month. There's a whole month for people to discover new, different, cool ways to play decks and stuff. A month is a long time for people to not care about what happened, like, to stress about what happened at NAIC anymore. I don't know, attacking with Flying Pikachu here seems really good. Not sending up the Arc V-Star. Interesting. Oh, but it has the V-Guard for this Arceus. That makes sense. Boost 2 off to the Mew. And then Iono. See, like what, see, if we attack with Zacian here as Rowan instead. If we attack here with Zacian instead, we get to keep our draw power in play. This is what I keep coming back to. Like, what if we attack with Zacian here? I don't know, I guess maybe we do want to keep around Zacian to have the potential of the bigger one-hit KOs more easily. I don't know, Guardy can get there pretty consistently though, I feel like. Especially with... Oh, I don't know. Rowan's pretty safe to attack with Guardy EX here now though, because there's no threat for a one-hit KO. I actually wonder if we're doing 200, 40, 60. I was wondering if K-Tron should move that 20 to the Guard EX, but that probably doesn't matter too much. Yeah. So, Rowan, I think, ideally would want to go Boss KO Lumineon or want to KO the active with Zacian. But if Rowan has to settle for Guardy Punch the active, like, that's, like, pretty fine here, to be honest, for the current board state. Like, as long as you can get another Ralt in play. Oof. That hand does not have a lot cooking in it. It does have the reversal for maybe a turn coming up, though. Yeah, we got an Ultra Ball, so we can get another Ralt in play. That's, like, the important part, I feel like, here for Rowan, is just get another Ralts down. Otherwise, like, your bench Curlia gets boss KO'd, and then you could be in trouble. Well, I think Rowan getting down this Ralts is going to be... put him in a pretty good spot. Oh, they haven't used Shining Arcana yet either, though. I think they still have Shining Arcana here. We'll see. So might be able to reach for a one-hit KO here. They only have 5. But haven't you used Shining Arcana? It was a Curlia before, right? Alright, not yet. What are we looking at? Boss. Oh, we got the boss. So now we can just go chase Lumineon here. And we have an Ultra Ball. We can go get a Ralts. Yeah, I like Ultra Ball for Ralts here. And then you probably want to play the switch, to be honest. Oh no, we have the energy. Yeah, because you actually want to switch the Mew out. I think you want to go switch out the Mew. Attach to the Shiny Arcana. Boss up to Lumineon. KO with Guard EX. Ultra Ball for Ralts. And Ultra Ball away the reversal because you're going to go ahead on the prize exchange. Get rid of the double candy. I don't like... Oh, gets Greninja. Oh. I guess we can still attach Retreat. Over a Ralts? Well, we drew into an out to a Ralts. No, it goes for the Zacian, actually. I was thinking about the Zacian. I don't know, I kind of like Ralts here. But giving up both our candy feels a little bit weird because now we don't have a way to wear candy that Ralts into a Gardevoir if we wanted to. I like Ralts here, but looks like Rowan maybe likes the Zacian. The Zacian isn't KOing anything. Well, the Zacian could KO Lumineon, I guess, but you'd rather do it with Guard EX for sure. Yeah, there's the Ralts, okay. No, he got the Ralts off the prize cards on the last prize draw. There it is. We'd want to see attach Retreat the Mew, I think, here. No, you could play the switch. I would like, I think, I guess you could get Umbreon maybe still. We're going to attach Retreat the Mew. I think this is fine as well. Because you are a little scared of Alakazam damage buildup, or maybe even the Medicham. Although it would just be the Alakazam, right? The Alakazam could KO the... So, like, K-Tron here could have, like, Alakazam KO your Mew plus boss KO your Guardy or something. Oh. And this is where Katron sees an extra card, and it's a 2 prize penalty. And then I don't think this game was exactly over, because there's not enough energy in the discard pile here for Rowan to actually get a KO. So Katron still definitely could have won this one. But unfortunately, this is a 2 prize penalty. I really don't think this should be a 2 prize penalty. I've been saying that for a while. Like, this feels stupid that this is a 2 prize penalty if you see an extra card out of your deck when the deck is supposed to be like random. Like, if you're shuffling your deck and you drop a card, you just pick it up and you continue shuffling because your deck isn't like set as a random stack yet. I really don't think it should be a 2 prize penalty. I think if you do it multiple times, like in a game or in a match or throughout a tournament, maybe you build up a track record throughout a tournament. If you do it like the 3rd time you do it, maybe then it becomes a 2 prize penalty or a game loss or a match loss, whatever it might be. But like, I mean, it's probably Katron's first time doing it in this tournament. Like, this should just be a warning, and if it happens again, then it should maybe be a 2 prize penalty or whatever you want to give it. But like, this being an initial 2 prize penalty right here, right now, is just, I feel like it's so stupid. Like, just like, it just feels so stupid. This feels so dumb. Like, I hate it so much. And dude, so many stream matches are decided by this. The only time I think there has been, not to toot my own horn, I think the only time there's been a cool 2 prize penalty on stream that I can think of is at OCIC when I got a 2 prize penalty and then I still won the game. That's like the only time I think there's been like anything hype about a 2 prize penalty. But otherwise, it just looks stupid. I don't know. To be fair, there was no penalty. Well, no, but he knew he was going to get the penalty. He just knew the penalty was going to happen. The judge was probably like, yeah, he probably just asked the judge, is that going to be a 2 prize penalty? And the judge was like, yeah, it's going to be a 2 prize penalty. It was going to be a penalty. So to be fair, no, it was going to be a 2 prize penalty. I don't know, I hate that rule, man. Like, it should just be like a warning into a 2 prize. It should be like, it shouldn't just be a 2 prize penalty immediately. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so nothing important prize on either side. The only thing would maybe be the super rod is like the most important prize card here, I think, between all of these. Because Katron plays 2 choice belt, plays 2 Umbreon. So the most important prize card here is probably the super rod, but it's in the first 2. So Rowan has the second one to work with. And could get access to it before it becomes too important. Before it's like too important. All right, energy attached. Has a pretty good hand to work with as well. No Ralts prize this time for Rowan, and a Battle VIP pass, which I don't think we've seen yet. And a Battle VIP pass, which I don't think we've seen from Rowan yet. I don't think we've seen one of those. Kind of like the last set where Lucas didn't see a Battle VIP pass till game 3 as well. All right, we're just gonna skip ahead here, see what they get. Quad Raltzation. No Greninja here. Pretty good. Pretty aggressive. The one thing about this board state, though, I don't know, Greninja's still pretty good, to be honest. It gives energy in the discard pile, moves your deck along. And if you get Escape Rope here, you're kind of sacrificing a Ralts, I feel like. Maybe a Pushization? I don't know. No, Pushization is pretty bad here if you can hit for 210. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't hate Greninja here just because... Yeah, I honestly just don't hate Greninja here. Because if you get Escape Roped or something like that, push Greninja, you lose your Greninja, then you just... It's not even about benching... Like, prizing Ralts is bad, but it's not because you can't bench 4 Ralts turn 1. It's just it becomes harder to replenish your Ralts as your opponent knocks them out. That's like the problem. Or like they play a Collapse Stadium or whatever it might be. That's why prizing a Ralt sucks. It's not because you need to have 4 Ralts turn 1. It's just to be able to replenish your Ralts as the game continues is the reason why prizing Ralt sucks. Yeah. There's the energy. How's the Ultra Ball? Has a couple different options here, to be honest. Lost City, yeah, and if one of them gets Lost City, like being able to have just another one to replace that, you could, because yeah, even if you had 3 in play, 1 gets KO'd, you could Super Rod it back sometimes even, and you're still fine. But you have to find the Super Rod, right? Where it's like finding a Ralts is a lot easier than finding a Super Rod, then finding the Ralts. And if it does get Lost City, you can't do that anyways. Alright, so we'll probably see the Escape Rope here from Katron, unless it's prized. I was thinking about playing Ultra Ball right now, which is interesting. Has a switch though. It doesn't even have to use Starbirth here. Yeah, I kind of maybe just doing the chill. There could have been like a really cool play though here. I feel like Actually, I don't know if Katron had the cards in hand for it. No. Well, if you play Escape Rope here, I feel like Rowan's pushing a Ralts. I was thinking, like, could Katron actually KO the Zacian if the Zacian got pushed up? But you would need Hawlucha, Alakazam, Choice Belt, Escape Rope. And you'd also want Lost City to Lost City it. I think there was too many cards. Avery too? Yeah, Avery as well is another one. But yeah, I hope going into next season they change the 2 prize penalty. I don't think they... I don't know, we've had it for a while now, right? Whereas if you see the top cards, it's a 2 prize penalty. We've had that for a while. I hope they change it going into next season, but I don't think they will. No, but you Hawlucha after... You would Hawlucha after they set up the Zacian, and you Alakazam it to the active. You go Escape Rope, they push Zacian, you go Choice Belt, Hawlucha, Alakazam, damage to the active, knockout. But I don't think... And you'd want Lost City there as well to put the Zacian in the Lost Zone, but... I don't think Katron had the cards for that. Alright, now we're seeing Rowan cooking here. Triple Kirlia has the potential for Candy Guardia as well. I think there's a warning for lower tables. No, it's still a double prize penalty. If you start your turn and draw for turn and see the next card, it's always a double prize penalty. If you research and see the 8th card, it's a double prize penalty. All right, no candy yet. I think there's 1 Kirlia left here for Rowan. And has the Ralts open still to be candied. There's also no threat. I almost wonder if... To be honest, if... Actually, Rowan might be able to KO the active here. Rowan's kind of cooking. That's 7. We need 1 more to be 8. Level ball. If it's just for a Kirlia, though, we whiffed. All right. That's a lot of cards to see to not get there, to be honest. If Rowan had gotten an attack off this turn, though, I feel like Rowan should have hit with Guardia EXO and left the Zacian on the bench. Because then you, because there's no threat of your Guardia EX getting KO'd here because the Umbreon doesn't have any energy on it. Which is like another reason I think Katron should have split the energy off the Arceus, because you need to have that threat of KO Guardia EX. You don't want them to let them... You do not want to let them get free Guardia hits. If you can avoid it. Alright, so Katron can one-hit KO the Zacian this turn with... And got the Lost City, so we got the full combo here. Retreat, Starbirth for V-Star and Choice Belt, and then you have the Lost City KO. There we go. So V-Star and Choice Belt should be coming out here for Katron. And you're just not gonna have to worry about the Zacian anymore, and then you just want to make some big Pokemon and hope that the Guardians don't get one of KOs. Lost City, Retreat, V-Star Choice Belt. Yep, and knockout. See, this is like another reason. Actually, wouldn't have mattered too much. Rowan would have been able to keep their hand, but if we had attacked with Guardia EX here, Katron would either have to like boss or put the VMAX in play or something a little bit more, I guess. It doesn't change too much. So I think boss on Umbreon, boss KO on Umbreon here is the play for Rowan for sure. Remove that from play. And then you're just one big one-hit KO on the active away from winning, and also boss KOing the Arceus with like a Gardevoir or something. So I feel like the play from Rowan here has to be that, or wants to be. Oh, Katron's already down to 3 prize cards? Do you just lose the prize trade then? No, because they have no way to one-hit KO a Guardia EX, so you still win the prize trade here as Rowan. Wait, but you run out of... No, you don't even run out of attackers. Yeah, this is the play to go for sure. The goal here is boss... KO the Umbreon, one to KO the active, Guardia EX KO the Arceus. That's the plan. Because we can go boss KO Umbreon this turn, and then next turn reversal energy plus. I think I would have liked to have seen Rowan play that Ultra Ball before using that last Gardevoir there, unless there's a boss in hand already, but I don't know if there's a boss in hand yet. We need a boss though. Rowan needs a boss here. We need a boss KO Umbreon here. But if not, Katron could just go Umbreon KO Guardia EX next turn and basically win the game. Oh, got the boss. All right, so we're good to go. And you can put the collapse as well in play here to try to bump the Lost City. Hope there's not another Lost City from Katron, and then you can maybe gain the stadium. You don't lose your Guardia, so you could like recover the Guardia. But it's looking pretty good for Rowan here. Also attached to the bench guard for the same turn, I think. And with the current board set, you're not too afraid of like Metacham or Alakazam, I don't think. Probably 5 active off Guard EX, attach basic psychic to the bench here, I think. There would only be 100 damage on the active, which I think you're fine with. It's possible Katron could have some like nutty play where Katron goes like Escape Rope, Halucha, Alakazam, Metacham. I guess that would be the that would be the thing to be scared of, I guess, but I'm curious of what Rowan is thinking about so hard here. They collapsed. Oh, we already paused. Okay. We're already locked in. But we should attach his basics. Oh, we have 8 psychic in the discard pile. Why are we not attaching the basic psychic to the bench Guardy though? Oh, we attached active this turn actually. So maybe was playing around that play that I talked about, or maybe he just wants to threat of building this one up bigger to have as a better option. Possibly. Can Katron afford to bench this Umbreon right now? I guess you do have an Arceus on the bench that's already damaged, so maybe it doesn't matter. But then you could lose to like boss without ever making Rowan like overload an attacker. Rowan also maybe held the stadium there. I can't tell if Rowan held the stadium or not. Because you might be playing, you saw 1 path to the P from Katron so far, so there might be 2. Do you think maybe Katron should have evolved to VMAX just to keep it alive and KO Guardiax with boss next turn? Did Katron have, I think yes. I didn't even think about Katron evolving that. Was Katron able to evolve it, and did they have the evolution? Oh, so actually, Rowan did not play a stadium there, which I think is a mistake. But I think Rowan's like playing around Path to the Peak after seeing that first path from Katron. But I think did Katron discard the path this game or no? Katron maybe hasn't discarded the path yet. Okay, so now we go Guardy. Actually, we might boss KO. Ooh, do we boss KO Umbreon here, or do we just KO the active and then save the boss for the Guardy EX on the Arceus? Yeah, I think the Umbreon should have been evolved, to be honest. I think the Umbreon should have been evolved. Too broad not recovering Greninja there is interesting. Or is Greninja already in the deck still? I don't think it is, right? Actually, Greninja was never put in play in this matchup so far, I don't think. No, I think it's in the discard pile, actually. Umbreon just got benched. We're talking about the Umbreon, the Umbreon that just got KO'd. Yeah, if the Umbreon that just got KO'd could have been evolved, I think it should have been. If the Umbreon that just got KO'd could have been evolved, I think it probably should have been evolved just to protect it. And you don't have the Gust ability to work with still, but I don't remember if it could have been evolved or if Katron had the evolution for it. Oh, there's a Greninja. You do have the 1k on the active. Not very many cards left in deck here for Rowan either. You may as well Iono here, I feel like, as well. Yeah, no, yes, no, yes. Okay, Iono. Puts Katron down to 2, and then you're hoping Katron does not draw into an Iono. There's an Iono. And the path wasn't burned yet. I'm pretty sure Katron only plays 1 path. Katron literally drew path Iono off Iono. So it's definitely fair for Rowan to have kept the stadiums around then for this to this point. But no energy from Katron actually, so Katron's not quite there yet. Katron needs a double turbo. Wait, double turbo on Umbreon actually doesn't KO the Guardy, right? Because you do 160. You could trap it in the active, I guess, by punching it with Umbreon. Because then maybe they can't get the retreat off. don't think there's anything else for Rowan to do but hope to draw into boss next turn. Might even have +1 turn to work with as well. Does Katron play gloves? I don't believe so. No. Thinking about playing the super rod. Might recover an energy here for the Greninja to draw cards with. I think that is what Rowan's doing here. Yeah. I actually wonder if like Rowan maybe missequenced this a little bit and maybe could have guaranteed the boss on the bottom half of the deck. But there's quite a few cards in Rowan's hand before they used Iono, so maybe not. And here we go, Guardy for the knockout. Path, Iono. There's a combo. So Katron drew pretty well. What's that last card? Oh, it's the deck. Okay, okay. I was wondering what that was. So there's definitely an energy here for... Oh, but there's no energy here for Katron. What was Katron hoping to draw? Katron sent up the... Katron sent up the... Can Katron win with Iono Path? Maybe. Sent up the Umbreon over the Arceus. I wonder what Katron was hoping for off this Iono, that you would send up the Umbreon instead of pushing Arceus and hoping for a double turbo. But maybe Katron should have done a double turbo to the Arceus instead of to the... I don't know. All right, Guardy pushed up. Draw for turn. There's a collapse. Retreat. Knockout. Okay. Wait. Oh, yeah, because this thing has a bunch of damage on it. I forgot that the Arceus had a ton of damage on it. I was like, wait, I actually don't know if that wins. Another preemptive concede, because the reversal energy here would be 5, 2, 6, 7. Yeah. But it had damage on it. It had damage on it. Okay. And Cyrus is going first to make things even harder. I think that's like in the set as well. Like you got Guardy has to go first and they have to have a really good turn too to have a chance. Usually, the ping damage is just too powerful. We got double Inteleon or Seal Stone. We're using it off the rip, so I assume this will be grabbing a battle VIP pass. The rest of the hand doesn't look like it has too much going on in it. Could also get like a, well, if you wanted to get a research off this, you just wouldn't do that yet. So it's got to be, yeah, it's got to be battle. But what else do you need this turn? As Cyrus, I would use this off the rip. Yeah, what are we? Because there was second Inteleon and Remoraid in the hand, I think. Oh, this feels like unnecessary here. You also just like don't need Urshifu down turn 1 here in this matchup either. I feel like ever. You don't even need Urshifu a lot of the time in this matchup. Maybe there's no Remoraid in the hand. Isn't there a second Inteleon in hand? I feel like this battle, the what's it called, is unnecessary here. I have to add a Namorous V into the Guardy lists. Would that work? That works, right? Triple Intel. You just don't need, I don't know, this feels excessive. I don't think you need triple Inteleon. Because like the possibility of using triple Inteleon turn 2 is just like not a thing. Like the chance that you get triple VMAX plus triple Waters is not happening. Unless you like play a research, but now there's no research in this hand to be played. So I don't like this battle VIP pass here. I don't like wasting the 4 Seal Stone here. I think you should just chill, because you're gonna basically have the exact same result if you use it or don't use it. But now you can go get a research or something with the 4 Seal Stone. I don't like the 4 Seal Stone there. All right, battle VIP pass for Cal. I think they'd probably prize A Ralts, right? So we're gonna go get Mew, probably Mew and Ralts. Maybe not Mew, maybe just double Ralts. You also need to get Manaphy. Well, no, actually, you don't need Manaphy. There's no Ursh on the bench. You don't need Manaphy. Ursh isn't that big of a deal in this matchup in the early game. Urshi's a big deal in this matchup when they basically won the game. What Cal gets here. Looks like just double Ralts. Was the Manaphy prized, actually? That's Candy Guardy in hand. It has Worker. I don't know why. Maybe Cal should just use Worker first there, right? Manaphy? We don't mean Manaphy. Why do I keep bringing up Manaphy? I feel like Cal should just use Worker first there to just try and draw into more basics. If you don't get your Ralts down, you basically get your Ralts down this turn, and you basically have no other turn to get your Ralts down. Unless the Inteleon player is bricking, because then they just snipe, they just like loop your Ralts and you just lose. Another reason to keep open a bench space here from Cyrus would be you don't want to play like if you get Iona this turn, you might need to use Luminion plus want a bench space open for Metacham. So now Cyrus is kind of bench locked here. But I guess maybe Cal is actually going to use Luminion here, and that's why Cal didn't play the worker first. No, wait, that is the worker in this card pile, right? Yeah, Cal did use the worker. I feel like we should just use worker first there. You don't need triple intel to use turn 2 Metacham. You have Alakazam, so you can just go Inteleon, Alakazam, Metacham. You're just not going to draw into you're not drawing into triple VMAX, triple water like ever. So there's no reason to play towards it that aggressively to waste your 4 Seal Stone. Because yeah, now if Cyrus got like Iono'd here, which is like a pretty good chance you're playing up against a Guardy deck. Yeah, the worker I feel like should have been played first from Cal before the Battle VIP Bass, because drawing into Pokemon off the worker wouldn't have been bad. I don't really like that sequence there. But yeah, it's the same thing with just 2. You're just not gonna, you just don't need this many Pokemon. You just don't need, it's just not worth burning your 4 Seal Stone over, I don't think. But this could get really bad really fast here for Cal. I think Cal's thinking about attaching energy or not attaching and keeping it around for Greninja. Does go with the attach. But you need to retreat your active as well. I guess your active you might get KO'd here by Inteleon. But theoretically, Cyrus is just gonna, like, ideally for Cyrus just goes loop Ralts, like KO double Ralts, and never lets them survive. Or she top deck's not gonna be very good. Does have Metacham in hand. Does have an Ultra Ball as well. We're probably gonna see, yeah, Ultra Ball away those 2. Grab Octillery. Octillery grabs Karina. Bench Metacham. Draw 5. It would probably be pretty tough to pull off the loop this turn, to be honest. Tough, if not, it's not impossible, but it'd be tough. Because we're already down the Octillery, which means we have to get into a Stadium, a VMAX, and like double water. There's a water. There's a Stadium. It might be close. There's Ultra Ball, but that's not getting us there, I don't think. Intel's in the hand. Let's see, if we still had 4 Seal Stone here, we could have gone Ultra Ball for Octillery, 4 Seal Stone for Research, and then just play Research. But instead, we like rushed out Metacham and a 3rd Inteleon, which is just not relevant in the matchup. And also could have been super punished if we got Iono'd and then need the bench space back. What was the bench one? Interesting. And then pass. Why don't we evolve the active one here? We're not getting KO'd. Now we might get KO'd. Do we want Cal to KO us? Maybe we want Cal to take the KO here, though. Could have also moved some damage around with the Alakazam, but if we move both to 1, that one's getting candied, so we probably don't want to do that. Triple Titan's irrelevant? Yeah, it's completely irrelevant. It just does absolutely nothing. I think do we have double candy here from Cal or just 1? Might just be 1. Reading the Metacham. Dude, this hand is so bad. I bet Cal is wishing that they kept. Well, you know, we have Luminion, I guess. We have the boss KO on the Metacham, actually? We might. That's actually a pretty big boss KO. Oh, I think Cal went after the Octillery here. Which, I don't know how relevant. That's, like, still pretty relevant, I guess. I mean, I'm pretty sure Cyrus plays. I can actually go check. Plays Clara or Super Rod. I'm sure Cyrus plays one of the 2. Cyrus plays... Ooh. Actually, Cyrus plays no way to recover the Metacham. No, plays a Clara. I see it now. Never mind. So maybe, I don't know, boss KO on the Metacham would have been pretty cool too. I don't know. I actually think this is like a bad boss here from Cal. Your hand sucks. You could have got an extra card off the KO on the Metacham. The whole point of Cyrus's deck is, and the Karina's gone for Cyrus, and the deck only plays 1 Karina. So the Octillery is only gonna find maybe an Inteleon VMAX, maybe a Rapid Strike Energy, maybe the Tower of Waters, but the Tower of Waters isn't relevant if you take the knockout, because then you can just send up anything you want here as Cyrus. So I think you want to take away the Alakazam or the Metacham, which is the combo to KO your Ralts next turn. So I don't know if it should have been Alakazam or Metacham. Probably Metacham. I probably would have KO'd the Metacham here. I think you should definitely KO one of those to take away the potential of your Ralts getting KO'd this turn. KOing the Octillery, I mean, it just doesn't, because the Tower of Waters isn't relevant because you're taking out your boss taking a knockout, so Cyrus could send up anything they want off of your boss KO. They could send up the Medicham, the Inteleon, whatever. Yeah, so I don't really like I'd boss one of the other two. Probably the Medicham, to be honest. Just get the extra prize card. Just like bad matchup, just aggressive in the prize trade. And now we will see, off of that research, we will see the Yoga Loop on the Ralts here, I'm pretty sure. The triple Inteleon online. Like I said, not super relevant to have that many, but when you get there, it is nice. Oh, we're just hitting the active, actually. We're not looping the Ralts here. Maybe that is better? I don't know. I want to kill this Ralts. We could have looped the Ralts. I think at the very least, Cyrus should have moved 20 off the... Wait, why is there so much damage on the... We should have moved the 20 off the active to the Ralts, right? The 20 off the active should have been moved to the Ralts, I think, at the very least. Unless that allows the Zation to all of a sudden want to KO your active. I don't think it does. That should have at least been moved. We could have Medicham. I don't know how good the hand is, though. Cyrus might just be evaluating limiting the Zation's potential, which is fine. I think we want the... $180? Oh, it's too much damage on the active. Yeah, it should be 160. Yeah, I feel like this Ralt should have 20 more damage on it, so that way you can KO it with Alakazam next turn if you don't want to use Medicham to KO it, because you still want to limit. And we had an Iono in hand here as well here, actually, from Cyrus. Yeah, I think we should have Yoga Looped that Ralts. I like the Yoga Loop on the Ralts there. I don't know. I can't think of a reason not to do it. That seems pretty cool to me. I guess then the energy is stuck on the Medicham is the only reason. Then the energy is just stuck on the Medicham. That would be like the reason to not do it, to be honest. We definitely should have moved 20 damage off the active to the Kirlia, though, with the Alakazam there. That's for sure. See, now here comes Cresselia now. Now Cresselia is like pretty punishing here as well. Not super. It's a little punishing, that's for sure. Yeah, the Cresselia is kind of punishing here. Reason not to do it, you can't. Wait, can't do what? Can't Yoga Loop the Kirlia? Move 2020. Pretty sure we could. Was that also a penny play as well? Yoga's 20. No, we could have Alakazam 20. Alakazam 20 off the Zacian. There was 20 on the Zacian. Move that back and then Yoga Loop it. Because we had 40 on the... Wait, did we not actually? 20, 20, 20. 20, 20, 20, 20. No, that would have worked, yeah. Yeah, I think we should have Yoga Looped the Kirlia there for sure. We also risked it getting Rare Candy. And then if that gets Rare Candy, we're just out of loops. We also just got punished by... We also just got punished by Penny, which is not something you really calculate for, but it did just happen. Yeah, we definitely should have looped that Kirlia last turn for sure. I evolved to Kirlia before Penny and then got punished by drawing Rare Candy. No, the Kirlia was in play before the Penny, right? All right, Clara from Cyrus, carving the Octillery and the water. So now, I'm hoping now we see the loop on the... But basically, if we see the loop now from Cyrus, it basically... Like Cyrus's whole last turn got erased, and then Cyrus is like, yeah, I probably should have looped the Kirlia at the end of the day, right? We'll see if Cyrus does that. You might as well, right? You might as well do that. We're gonna... Or are we just hitting hard? Oh, wait, this works too, though. If we just need to KO this thing. Looping this turn doesn't actually matter, to be honest. Because if you just KO the Kirlia... KOing the Kirlia is the important part. So if you KO Kirlia with Alakazam, and then just KO the active, that's fine. Last turn, you didn't have extra Rapid Strike energy? No, Cyrus did. Cyrus did have the Rapid Strike energy. Cyrus could have gone Retreat to Medicham with the Stadium, and then Rapid Strike energy to Medicham instead. We are seeing the loop now. But see, now, actually, to be honest, right now, I don't know if I like the loop now. The loop was really good last turn. The loop was really good last turn from Cyrus. But now I don't think it's as good. Because you could just KO it and then KO the Kirlia. Or KO those Cresselia Cresselia. That's what they could have done. Loop last turn was good, but loop this turn actually doesn't feel as good, to be honest. I don't know. It wasn't great last turn because she had no backup. No, they did though. They had Iono in hand, so they would have been able to draw into something on the next turn. I don't know if they drew into it or not. Yeah, I don't know if they drew into it or not at all or not, but oh, and by the way, just so everyone knows in chat, Cyrus's I see a lot of you are using he, but Cyrus's pronouns are she, they. You watch that sequence from Cal, he could have candied it if he played right and made this so hard. Did Cal have the candy? I actually don't know. They get Octo out last turn. They couldn't. I don't know. I just think it's. I don't know. I have to watch it. I'm not gonna go watch it again though. I'm not gonna go watch it again. Looping this turn feels worse though, because if you just punch with Inteleon here, you just KO the Cresselia, and it's just 20 less damage on the station, right? Yeah, we get to KO the Cresselia, but I don't know if it matters anymore at this point. Watch it 3 more times to be sure. I'm gonna go ahead and say Cyrus should have looped last turn, and then this turn should have just knocked out the Cresselia. I'm locking it in. You're all wrong. Don't talk to me ever again. And probably even if you have basic water here, I don't think Cyrus does. I don't think, yeah, Cyrus has no basic water. But if Cyrus had basic water, I think you probably don't pay. You just have him to try and chase more Ralts if Ralts ever make their way into play anymore at this point. But I don't even know if you want to bench any more Ralts here as Cal. Like, benching Ralts almost just feels bad. Yeah, benching more Ralts here just feels bad. Does recover a Ralts and the Cresselia. Like, I mean, the Cresselia makes sense. I don't know about Ralts though, but one thing you can actually try and do in this matchup is, which is like a pretty cool play. You can like not, you can not bench Greninja and then try and get down 6 Psychic Pokemon, and then go Cresselia, KO Octillery plus Iono, which is a pretty cool play you can do. But with Greninja in play, you can't do that. It's like a reason to actually try and avoid Greninja in this matchup, so you can kind of play towards that, or try and play towards that. There's a boss there for Cal, and the Clara's gone. So if Cal boss KOs the Medicham is locked out of play, but has no Ralts to bench alongside this, so this doesn't feel that good, to be honest. I mean, the boss KO is good, but with no Ralts to go and play beside it to try and build up your board, it doesn't feel that good. And we actually have an Iono on this next turn for Cyrus as well to disrupt the hand. I mean, I guess the hand's not that good for Cal, but yeah, I don't know. Raw Ralts because Echoing Horn makes sense. Maybe don't recover the Kirlia there as Cal, to be honest. Because the Kirlias, there's already a bunch of Kirlias in the deck still for Cal. Like, you don't want to draw into like 2 or 3 Kirlias here off this Iono or something like that. If you draw into a Ralts, you do want a Kirlia. There's a level ball for a Kirlia. But you don't want too many Kirlias. All right, there's just a punch for 140. Got 4 prize cards left for Cyrus, 3 for Cal. There's nothing on the field here really for Cal. And the prize trade here from Cyrus is looking pretty good. Also, if Cyrus has access to water energy, Cyrus can just like, yeah, I don't even know. I mean, you got to get some Ralts down here, I feel like, as Cal. I think you just bench double Ralts. I think you just have to do it. Just throw them both down, then play level ball, grab Manaphy, Iono to the bottom of the deck. I guess maybe you do avoid the 60 HP Ralts. I don't know if you should avoid the 60 HP Ralts though or not though. Yeah, grab Manaphy, get that out of the deck. Half the deck is upside down. Yeah, grab. Oh wait, but there were some good cards in the hand actually. I take that back. Grabs the Mew. We're not benching that though. I don't know. You could. The 60 HP Ralts is kind of risky, I guess. It's a little bit easier to knock out. Maybe it's not worth benching the 60 HP Ralts. Maybe just bench the 70 HP Ralts and hope it survives. I don't know, to be honest. Oh, there's a Remoraid on the bench. Actually, I don't know. What is Cal's win condition here? Maybe the win condition from Cal is literally just Draw into ball. Retreat to Cresselia. Use Cresselia for turn. Cresselia the active, and then boss, bring it back up and knock it out. I think that is what Cal's going for here. We're just doing 6 here. We're gonna put one on the other rolls. So I guess it's the same thing as just leaving it in the discard pile. No, if you leave it in the discard pile, it does more damage through the Zation. I feel like the energy should have been left in the discard pile, right? It does more damage through the Zation than it does the... I feel like we should also probably play that level ball there from Cal and just thin a card out of the deck. Just go grab a Curlia. Is KO on the... I don't think KO on the run right ever makes any sense here, right? Unless you really want a prize card. But what is Cal drawing off the prize cards here? Because it's not like there's a 2-prizer in play for Cal to go after next turn. Isn't the better play to always just try and 2-hit KO Inteleon VMAX? I don't know. That doesn't seem like it's doing very much for us. What do we need? Boss here as... You need like boss here? Oh, sheesh. Is that a basic water and a superior? Or a superior and a retrieval? Is it single Elim? It is single Elim, but it is a best 2 out of 3. It's single Elim best 2 out of 3. Yeah, this one's basically over, I feel like now. This actually, Cyrus might have game in hand here. I don't know what that is. Whatever it is, it got failed. But that Ralts is definitely dead. The Ralts is dead for sure. No boss in the list. Let's go research. I don't know if Cyrus can win this turn. Another water, but I think we've already used all 3 Inteleon VMAXs, so... Move 1 off the Gardevoir EX. Down to 3 prize cards, knock out the active, go down to 2. With that much damage on the Zation, I don't think Cal can KO the active here. I have no idea why Cal didn't load up that damage on the active there. Also, if Cal had benched the Ralts, we could have done... No, it doesn't make any sense. We just need more energy in the discard pile here for Cal. Cal can at most put 5 on the act. Cal could have put 5... At most put 5 energy... Hold up, let me just do this method now. The most we can put 5. Put another 100 there. 5, 6... We got 2. Yeah, we would have KO'd. We would have KO'd an Inteleon with the Zation. I don't. Yeah, Cal chasing the run rate there was so bad from Cal. Actually, chasing the run rate was so bad. Cal might have won this. So Cyrus would have retreated this Inteleon to a different Inteleon, so it would be on the bench. But we have Ultra Ball in hand here for Cal. So Ultra Ball, get Luminion, Gust KO. I don't think there's enough energy in the discard pile. But if this top deck is a Psychic and then we go Ninja into another Psychic, I think that would have been. Well, we whiffed, but there's no way to win this turn. You can just Iono down low and pray, I guess. But you can't leave the Zation in the active here from Cal either. So maybe you... Actually, I don't even know what you sent up here, to be honest. You could have sent up Greninja, I guess, but... Isn't Cal down both boss, or... I think Cal... Let's see... Cal hasn't seen their pal pad yet. They are down. They might be down both boss though, yeah. But still, I guess maybe that combo wouldn't have worked then, because you have to top deck pal pad the cards back, and then also Luminium for the boss. But you don't have enough energy in the discard pile anyways, I don't think. We see a research instead. I don't know if research ever gets there. I don't think there's a win condition here for Cal, because you have to retreat the Zation. I don't know why Zation got pushed up into the active anyways, to be honest. It should have been Greninja, I feel like, every time. Yeah, it should have been Greninja like every time, I feel like. Maybe you could have got like replace the stadium plus the rolls that shuts off the attacks. Memory skip. Looking good though. Uses Greninja. Energy active. I'm so confused. Cal forget that they just need to go attack? Yeah, I don't think I think Cal was like playing cards trying to hope that something like popped up to be a option. Ooh, okay, so we got research prize is not great. I believe Cyrus probably plays 4, maybe it's 3. I'll check. Actually, it's only 2 research. Okay, actually it's a little bit rougher. Only 2 research, both prize. That kind of sucks. 4 Shieldstone prize, whatever. Luminium prize, meh. This Cresselia actually being prized is actually a pretty big deal on Cal's side, because like turn 2 Cresselia KO Remoraid is like really good. It's plays like that. So actually the Cresselia being prized is a pretty big deal. Yeah, Cal was just playing cards there. That is true. The last time that Cal did that, Cal did win the win and in, or yeah, Cal did win the win and in. That's true. 3. Okay, now if you do draw 3 Inteleon VMAX, I feel like there's a little bit more reason to potentially bench triple Inteleon V here. Only 1 Ralts as well for Cal. Dude, jeez, man. That is not a good start for Cal. What matchups are okay with benching Zacian turn 1? I think it's just like more situational than matchup based. I don't know. Not many of them. You don't do it in many matchups, I feel like. Unless you like play 4 Seal Stone and you need to use your 4 Seal Stone or something like that. Okay, Remoraid, Urshifu. Wait, did we open an Inteleon or an Urshifu? Oh, they played Escape Rope, okay. I was so confused there for a second. And then here comes the Ultra Ball for Luminia, it looks like, and then we'll probably have to go settle for... You don't really want Iono here. But Irida doesn't seem great, and your researches are prized. I think you... Well, actually, you can't afford to research here, Cyrus, because you have both your other Inteleon VMAXs in hand. So they are going to settle for the Iono here. Research isn't an option, but even if it was, I don't think you'd do it. But I'm sure Cal is definitely okay with that. We could have seen like an Irida, I guess. Cyrus could have gone with like an Irida here instead. Honestly, if you're using Luminion here, I almost feel like Cyrus maybe doesn't care too much if the Zacian gets a knockout on the Urshifu to open up a bench space for you as well. I don't know. Catch the Ursh, have the threat of the G-Max Rapid Flow, and then pass over to Cal. Cal does have Candy Guardy, but literally like nothing else. Dude. Oh. I think that's the wrong Guardy to Candy there. What are we getting? What are we doing with this? Dude, what is Cal doing? That's the wrong Guardy, bro. Yeah, that was bad actually. So I think the play here from Cal was, wait. Oh, Cal just trolled there big time. Cal should have gone. Cal could have gone Attach Retreat, Candy Guardy, Energy, Boss KO Urshifu, or Punch Active. We got some options here. Yeah, Cal just trolled big time there. The other play you could have made here as Cal, which is a lot bit riskier, would have been Attach Retreat, Candy into Shiny Arcana, so you have some kind of draw power. Hope to hit an Energy plus something else off that. Attach the Energy, Boss KO or something. But yeah, Cal actually had Boss KO Urshifu here and just didn't do it. Instead went... Wait, how do we get the Zacian in the active here? Wait, no, did we get the KO? Am I trolling? How'd it get in the active? Oh no, they went boss dude. They went boss Luminium pass. I thought the active was the Zacian for a second. I was like, what the heck? Okay, Remoraid and the Octillery? And the Octillery? I don't know about that. Cyrus's hand kind of sucks. We do want to get another Inteleon down. Wait, that kind of makes sense to go with. Yeah, sure. Why not? Oh, we have Energy Search here, so we can retreat. Well, do you want to retreat the Luminion, or do you just let it hang? And Then Rapid Strike Search coming in as well. Another Inteleon. Yeah, do you just let the Luminion die? I don't hate letting the Luminion die. You want the bench space, to be honest, as Cyrus here. Yeah, no room for Alakazam, no room for Medicham. I mean, that's why the energy search seemed a little bit weird to me as well. But maybe you should attach Retreat to a Remoraid here and give up the Remoraid. That'd be fine. And then if they KO your Artillery, you have Remoraid. If they KO your Remoraid, you have Artillery. Boss top deck. Did already have a boss. Yeah, dude, actually, Cal would have been in like a fine... If Cal had just played that better, Cal, I think, would have been in a fine spot. Would have had boss KO Urshifu into maybe boss KO Luminion. Cal definitely threw big time. Cal actually maybe would have won this game. All right, here comes the Zacian. We do have the boss KO on the Urshifu now for Cal, but on the Artillery goes. I don't know how much I like this. It might be okay. We'll see. Bosses. I guess top decking boss there isn't that bad, but do you really want to be top decking boss here? Maybe it's fine. Just boss a lot. I don't know. Bossing this Artillery here doesn't seem that good. I just feel like you want the. It's more so. I mean, removing the threat of Urshifu is nice. Yeah, removing the threat of Urshifu is nice, but I feel like it's more so. It's more so the second card to work with. I don't know. That's what I kind of want here. Is another card to work with here if I was Cal. All right. Clara, coming back. They're always coming back. Not going to get the Remoraid here. Just the Artillery, Water, and the Inteleon probably could get the Remoraid to try and be safe and get that on the bench. We'll see. That's what Cyrus is trying to choose between here. It's like, do I want the Remoraid back just in case they KO my Artillery? They just put 2 boss back in their deck. Are they going to do it again? Maybe. Here come the pings. Here's the Artillery. And then Artillery can get the Rapid Strike energy. Punch the active again for 140. Just build up some damage in play. Seems fine. The Zacian isn't like too big of a threat to protect. I mean, there was never any way that Calvin was getting a one-hit KO. Would have been pretty tough. Okay, research top deck. Let's find a Kirlia here to protect this. Kirlia, have an Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball could get Greninja to draw more cards, or maybe we look at another Roltz. I can see another Roltz. There's a Level Ball. Ultra Ball for Greninja here, I don't hate. And then using Greninja on the energy, keep drawing some more cards here. We are getting a little bit scared of our Kirlia getting KO'd next turn now, though. Or, like, getting looped. I think Roltz might have to be the go-to here. Could we need, like, another big attacker through, like, a Shining Arcana or something at some point? Don't need Manaphy because there's no Urshifu. So it's probably Roltz here. We'll see. Alright, I'm skipping ahead. I have no idea what they grabbed. Oh, it's Roltz. I see it on the top there now. We're using another Ultra Ball here. We had 2 Ultra Ball the whole time. Now we're getting Greninja, I guess. We're going to draw 2 more cards. I think we do want to draw more cards here, so I don't hate the Greninja grab here. I just lose to G-Max Rapid Flow next turn. Oh, wait, you do. Oh, wait, the Urshifu's still around. I thought we KO'd the Urshifu. In my head, we KO'd the Urshifu, so I didn't think we were afraid of the Urshifu. Yeah, the Urshifu kind of wrecks us next turn. Yeah, the Urshifu does wreck us next turn. In my head, the Urshifu didn't exist. Urshifu is okay here. How would this break down? Cyrus could use Urshifu, draw a lot of prize cards. Yeah, Cyrus could draw a lot of prize cards. And then Cal would go guard EX and knock out the Urshifu. And there would be a boss away from KOing the Inteleon. So maybe that's not like a terrible spot for Cal to be in. 150 plus 190. That's 340. So maybe if the Urshifu happens here, it's actually not that bad, to be honest. All right, Luminion's getting ready to go. The hand does not look great. I wonder if we should have played the There was this whatever that card is, Cheryl. Do we ever play Cheryl here instead? Maybe not. I don't think there's any big play going down this turn here. Oh no, there is the Urshifu. Okay, the Urshifu play is available actually. I take that back. Can't KO all of the Kirlias and the Ralts though. Cheryl was off the Melanie. Oh, was it really? My bad. I think the Urshifu is going to be happening though. It is a lot of prize cards to draw. But we're not going with the Urshifu. Okay, so we're just going to punch again with another Teleon for the knockout. And then I guess if Cal does not have a boss KO here, then you Cheryl next turn, and that's a lot of damage shield. We build some more damage on the Kirlia and the Ralts. Yeah, it still seems like it's in a fine spot. I mean, if Cal has a really good draw here, you'd be in trouble, but you need like a really, really good draw here from Cal. And we already see like a level ball for our Kirlia. So like both those aren't becoming cardboard. So there's still that, there's still gonna be one of these Kirlias just kind of hanging out here. Cal is recovering. I wouldn't recover the Mew here. Oh, you need to recover to play around Echoing Horn, I guess. I was like, you don't really want Mew in your deck here, but so I think Cal is going for the one-hit KO on this Inteleon. But even if you get the one-hit KO on this Inteleon as Cal, you're still in a tough spot. Like, I think there'll be enough prize cards in play now for Cyrus to just win the game through Urshifu and Inteleon. Seven. It's a lot of energy. I assume the one-hit KO is possible here. Energy. Focus again for Zacian, or are we just punching active here? 7. How many do you need? 8, 9, 8, 9, 9, 8. There's Greninja. Oh, there's Kirlia. We haven't used any of this yet, actually. Kirlias or Greninjas. Revolve for 2. There's an energy. We have the energy. Oh, so now that should be 9. So we have 9 now. We can attach that energy for turn so we avoid 2 more damage counters in play. But you still have to put 8 energy on the Zacian. Cyrus needs 4 prize cards, and Cal doesn't have Manaphy. If Cal could bench Manaphy this turn... Yeah, if Cyrus could bench... Or not Cyrus. If Cal could bench Manaphy this turn, then I think Cal might be safe. I'm pretty sure there's still a refinement left. I'm not 100% sure, though. Okay, there's a load up, but we're taking how much damage? 180? Sheesh. No. 160? 6 HP left. You need 4 prize cards. So you need to KO these 2 and KO that. There's no Manaphy on board. It's looking pretty good. There's a Temple of Sinnoh as well. But a pretty big hand here for Cyrus. So you just need to go loop the Kirlia and then G-Max Rapid Flow the Gardevoir and the Zacian. So you need Alakazam. We need a ping. He has Boss though. He already played Research. Cal already played Research. Yeah, started the turn with Research. Or Seal Stone has not used the V-Star power yet. And Research. Ultra Ball, Medicham. Attach, but still needs the Power of Waters and the Alakazam. Alakazam's in deck. Alakazam all 4 Seal Stone. Move 2 over. Loop the Kirlia, and then yeah, Urshifu. Go again. Retreat Urshifu. There we go. All right. So dub. But I feel like Cal could have played that. I don't know if Cal wins, but I think Cal just needs to boss Urshifu. Was that both games or? Well, no, game 1 was a little bit different. Well, no, in this game, Cal forgot to retreat first. Cal literally had retreat, Candy, Gardevoir, boss, knockout Urshifu. Messed up the play. And then next turn, chose to boss KO Remoraid, or boss KO Octillery when there was a Remoraid in play. I think you're just always bossing Ursh there. I think you have to. I think Cal needed Manaphy. Yeah, also if Cal had Manaphy here, I think Cal did win. But that doesn't really... See, these are like the kind of situations, like, let's talk about... I think it's a good, like, learning point for a lot of people. All right, so if Cal had Manaphy here, Cal wins. Is it unfortunate that Cal whiffed the Manaphy? Probably. The chance that Cal draws Manaphy here and gets the KO is probably pretty high, actually. Cal saw a lot of cards this turn. So Cal whiffing Mana here... Cal whiffing Manaphy here is below average odds, right? So Cal did hit a below average odds here, but... And like a lot of players can see that and identify that, and then they'll hone in onto that. That's the reason they lost this game. I'm not saying Cal's doing that. Cal's a pretty good player. I think Cal probably knows better. But a lot of players will be in Cal's shoes and be like, "Oh, if I just hit the Manaphy, I just win. It's so unlucky that I lost." But Cal messed up really bad turn 2, and then also didn't boss KO Urshifu. I think boss KO Urshifu was definitely correct there, and boss KO the Octillery instead. Once Cal could finally attack and get a boss KO, I think Cal picked the wrong target. So, the Manaphy... Could Cal go on for the Manaphy in the early game? I'm actually not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. But on this last turn, it was definitely pretty good. So if you look at the game, like, if you actually take the whole game into account, Cal lost this game because Cal misplayed. Not because Cal couldn't find Manaphy on the last turn of this game. Cal also just couldn't find Manaphy on the last turn of this game. So, Cal didn't lose the game because they whiffed the Manaphy at the end of this game. Cal lost this game because they messed up the sequence of the Gardevoir EX on turn 2 and then bossed the wrong target turn 3. Like, that's why Cal lost this game. Not because they whiffed Manaphy at the end of this game. Because it's like, if you don't do everything else perfectly up until the point you whiffed, the whiff itself is not why you lost the game, if that makes sense. Like, Cal whiffing the Manaphy is not why Cal lost. Cal making those major mistakes earlier in the game is why Cal lost. That's like an important thing, like an important mental hurdle to get over as a player, to get better as a player. You have to blame yourself for making the mistakes initially, even if Cal did get below average odds at the end of the game and probably on average or above average hits the Manaphy here. That's not what you blame the result of the match on. You blame the result on the matchup of Cal making, when Cal had full control over the other situations earlier in the game. That's what you blame your loss on, is when you had full control over, there was no odds involved, all you had to do was retreat your ults before you canned it to the Guard EX. That's what you blame the game loss on for Cal here, not the whiffing of the Manaphy at the end of the game. But a lot of players like don't think about it like that, which is how you need to think about it to like grow and become a better player. But yeah, Cyrus with the win. Also in this, like, Cyrus never had, like, Cal didn't have a very good starts, but like Cyrus also didn't have that good of starts either. Like, Cyrus didn't have like the turn 2 double water Alakazam Metacham kind of like pop off starts that the deck can have in this matchup. So it's not like Cyrus was like completely popping off while Cal was just like drawing terribly. But I do think this matchup is like closer probably than some people think. It is favored for the Inteleon Urshifu deck, I think, but not by like a whole ton for sure. Dude, there's been so many Ralts prize in these Guardy games we've watched. It's definitely way over. Was it like 40% is like the chance? And then not out in Japan either. I forget when they come out in Japan, to be honest. All right. Oh, they come out in Japan soon, actually. Like 3rd week of July. All right, Spirit Tomb start for Rowan. Goes and gets the Ralts. Arceus start here for Bob. Now 1 Ralts prized. Okay, more level balls. Full squad, attach retreat, and then we're looking for a battle VIP. There it is. Ninja Ralts. We got triple Ralts. Ninja for 2 here. And I can't see what the rest of the hand is. Got the candy in the hand as well. Looking pretty good, to be honest. Rowan. Attach active for Ian. Boss Greninja. That's not a good start. And the Trinity Charge. So, Rowan could win this turn. But all you need to do is just like punch this turn with Guard EX and you're chilling. You don't need to win this turn. Good. Look. Not necessary. There's a Curlia. Just get the punch this turn and you're chilling. I definitely want to see Rowan like play for that too here. I remember watching this game now. I think Rowan actually messed this one up pretty bad, to be honest. We'll see. We whiff the Guardy? No Guardy. Maybe it wasn't this game, actually. I don't remember. I don't know what Rowan's considering here. Maybe not playing the Iono, but there's nothing really to say that Ian's hand is like that. I don't know. Ian might have a... Ian's hand might suck there. I don't know. Okay. So this gets really weird for me here. I don't know what Rowan is thinking here. Rowan has Candy Guard EX and then just doesn't do it. And like could have just punched this Arceus here this turn, which is like really good, I feel like. I don't know what Rowan is thinking here. Yeah, there we go. Uses Mew. Goes for the Fog. Yeah, I don't know what Rowan was like. Rowan had not punched the active here and just chose not to. I don't know why. And even got the switch off the Mew, so could have switched. You don't want to really use the switch here, but could have done that, I guess. You don't really want to. Ultra Ball for another Kirlia. I mean, you can play for the one-hit KO next turn, but that's just like... You have a lot of energy in the discard pile here as Rowan, but... I don't know, I feel like just punching with Guard EX is like pretty good here. I think Rowan did prize a Guard EX, so maybe that's why Rowan is... Did Rowan... I also just didn't use Kirlia here, which is interesting. There is a Guard EX prize here for Rowan, so maybe Rowan's thinking, okay, if I punch with Guard EX, they hit me, and then if they lost City KO it, then maybe I just lose, which is possible. That's fair. The bench is like a little bit annoyingly crowded here for Rowan as well, so maybe Rowan just wants the Mew to die, or something to die that's not a Guardy or Rolls or Kirlia. You want something to die here, and then make some bench race, get a one-hit KO. I don't know. Yeah, so that might be it. That might be the reason as well. I'm not too sure, to be honest. So get the Umbreon online. We do have the Ultra Ball here. Also, like another problem with not just hitting here though, as Ian or as Rowan, is I feel like Ian's just gonna go for a boss KO here. Actually, we'll see. I'm actually not sure what Ian ends up doing. Lost City. It just goes with Lost City Research. Okay. Do we need the Lost City there, Ian? What do we Lost City there? The Mew? I don't know about Lost City right now, to be honest, because Rowan hasn't burned any stadiums. So I don't think I like the Lost City there from Ian, actually. We do just get the KO on the Mew, so we don't go for the boss KO. So this turn we could see a boss KO from Rowan to KO the Umbreon, which would be pretty good. I think that's probably the play to look for here from Rowan, is boss KO on the Umbreon. Yeah. With the bench race getting opened up here, it doesn't, like, maybe that's the better play from Rowan here, is to, like, not go for the Candy Guardy Punch. Candy Guardy Punch just opens up so many different plays on future turns, though. It just feels so good to go with the Candy Guardy Punch here. I don't know. That's why it feels correct, but... Now you have to KO the Umbreon here as Rowan. That's what we're looking for here, is boss KO on the Umbreon. And we do have a lot of drop power here. I'm not a big fan of the Lost City from Ian, though. Because Rowan has yet to burn a stadium. I think the only argument for Ian putting Lost City in play, like, Lost City in the Mew just doesn't do very much, I don't think. So the only reason I could see to make that play here from Ian would be, well, if they play Iono, I want Lost City in play. It's like, well, okay. But Rowan's going to see a billion cards this turn, and they're going to bump your Lost City. So, I don't know. Doesn't feel correct there. I think we could have kept digging, actually, for the... I think it's actually a mistake from Rowan. Rowan could have kept digging for the boss here, and he's actually going to have to settle for an Iono. Instead of rare candying the Gardevoir, because this Kirlia can evolve right now. So instead of candying the Gardevoir, Rowan should have gone Ultra Ball away, the rare candy plus something, use another Kirlia. Or you could have Ultra Balled for another Shining Arcana, candy out Shining Arcana. Well, maybe you don't want to do that because then you're locking yourself out of your Gardevoir EX potential. So you probably don't want to do that. I think as Rowan here, you definitely want to make this a Kirlia and dig again with Refinement to try and get boss. Because boss KO and Umbreon here is just, that's a big deal. Big deal. Especially because as Rowan, you know you prize your other Guardy EX. And it's actually unlikely. It's not 100%. I mean, if you don't get your reversal, wait, does Rowan play the reversal actually? I'm pretty sure Rowan plays the reversal. Yeah. If you do hit your reversal here as Rowan, you can KO the active. If you whiff the reversal, though, you're probably not knocking out the active. And then Ian's just going to go Umbreon VMAX KO your Guardy probably. So I'm not a big fan of... I'm not a huge fan of not making this a Kirlia and using Refinement again. There's a decent amount of cards in the hand there for Rowan. I'm pretty sure it would have been possible for Rowan to make that play happen. I think boss here is just like super important. Was there the boss in the top two? No, it was 2 rare candy. Now the hand is like just kind of like, yeah, there's like no play here for Rowan. I don't even know what you do, to be honest. You could use Cresselia. Maybe that's the only play to do, is to attack with Cresselia here. Yeah, I think that is just the play. It sucks to build up that much damage on your Shiny Arcana without having energy on it, though. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we're just swinging with Gardevoir. So we're going to punch really hard with Gardevoir and then go into Shiny Arcana next turn, I guess? Well, is it that bad to ignore the Umbreon if you're okay on the active anyways? Yeah, in this situation, well, I mean, you could get the return knockout, I guess. Because your Guardy would be so set up, it could return KO the Umbreon, I guess. So it's not that bad, I guess. Yeah, it's not that bad. We're not getting the one hit KO this turn. So hit really hard, and then I guess the goal for Rowan next turn is going to be KO it with the Cresselia, or maybe still trying to KO the Umbreon next turn. I feel like it's a pretty good spot for Ian right now. And the switch is still in the deck, so you're not really scared of your Greninja getting trapped. I'm sure Ian knows that Rowan plays a switch at this point. I would assume anyways. It is possible that Ian could still go the route of bring up Greninja and then bring it up again, though. That could be a route that Ian goes here. You see, Ian is prioritizing the second Umbreon V here. So basically what would happen is Ian could go Umbreon, boss to Greninja, trap it in the active. And then Rowan goes switch knockout. Oh, but I guess you like run into switch knockout, collapse away the Greninja though. So that doesn't quite work actually. I take that back. Because then you're just gonna get the collapse. The Greninja's gonna get collapsed away. There has to be 2 targets in play. Alright, Umbreon's getting loaded up again. 2 Umbreons set up now. 2 prize cards left or 2 prize cards taken here for Ian. So we're definitely going to see the Cresselia from Rowan here. So you're trying to go Cresselia plus Iono, and then hope that Ian doesn't have Umbreon KO your Guardy EX. If Ian has Umbreon KO Guardy EX, I'm pretty sure the game is just over here. I think you have to Iono here as Rowan. It seems like Rowan's thinking about playing the research. I feel like you have to Iono here. I don't like this. I don't like this. You have to find an Iono. Goes with I don't like this at all. There's no way Ian doesn't have a Gust out in the hand here. Now you just lose. You literally just lose to your Guardy EX being Gust KO'd. You can't set up another Guardian, then you would lose to the next Gust afterwards. I guess you don't 100% lose because I guess Ian could whiff the second Gust, but now Ian can just win with Gust. And could go Umbreon VMAX as well. I assume that's what Ian's play is going to be here. Well, I mean, I don't see Rowan ever not using Cresselia here. I feel like Cresselia is always being used here. I feel like you had to dig for Iono and then hope. You do the Cresselia play still, but then you just hope Ian whiffs the... Maybe that's a reason for Ian to have put the... to put the Lost City in play the turn that Ian did, was just thin it out of the deck. Like, maybe Ian doesn't put that much priority on the Lost Cities in general. Rowan also has to start building up energy on the Shiny Arcana Gardevoir. You'll probably want to see that energy in hand be attached for turn to the Arcana. Probably, right? Yeah, attach return. Okay. Then retreat, 60 damage active, knock it out. Yep. Cresselia KO. But Rowan yeah, if Ian has the Gust. Well, yeah, Ian doesn't just win if they have the Gust, but it's pretty good for Ian here. If Ian has the Gust, it puts him in a pretty good spot. And there was no disruption last turn. Like I said, I think I would like to have seen Rowan disrupt there to increase the odds of them not having the Gust. There's the Ultra Ball. So we should see the Umbreon on the active here, off the active here. From the active here. And bring up the Gardevoir, I assume. And then Ian does just win with another... With another Umbreon. Well, actually, there's no energy on the bench Umbreon. Do you just go ahead and load up the Baby Guardy here? There's the Raihan. Do you just go up and load up the Baby Guardy here? Maybe. Oh, Ian actually evolved the... That's interesting. Ian actually evolved this Umbreon. Doesn't this give an opportunity to Rowan here? Because now Rowan can go send up Guardy, one-hit KO. Well, send up Cresselia, retreat the energy. Guardy, one-hit KO. And now you're like less likely to find your out to your Gust to bring up the Guardy EX again, right? I feel like that's a throw from Ian. Because wouldn't you want to keep around the option of being able to evolve to get the KO? Like when you play the Raihan here, you should get the energy and then just go get a boss or something, or get the Ultra Ball. Still has V-Star? Oh, Ian still has V-Star? Oh, okay, I guess that's fine. I didn't even realize that. I didn't even realize Ian still had V-Star on top of everything. Oh, okay. All right, now that makes sense then. I was like, I don't know. Why would we evolve in here? Yeah, that makes it literally impossible, I think. Does Rowan ever have an out then? Rowan's out, I guess, was still... I don't know if Rowan had the resources for this, but Rowan could have gone bench Ralts, Candy Guardy EX, load up Baby Gardevoir, collapse Stadium, get rid of your own Guardy EX, knockout, draw 3 prize cards. Next turn, Candy Guardy, Zacian, knockout. I don't know if Rowan had the resources to pull that off, but that was... I guess that was technically still an out for Rowan. All right, Ralts prize for Rowan. I did open Battle VIP Pass and Mew, though. So, pretty good start. Get aggressive with the Zacian here, it looks like. 2 Ralts, 3 Ralts, all the Ralts, and a Zacian. Pretty... Oh, wait, can't use Zacian, though. That's right. I remember this. I remember watching this live. And Rowan goes to use Zacian, and Ian's like, no, you can't do that. Not a big deal, though. I mean, maybe you don't really want the Zacian here, then. When did the Zacian come out? Why didn't we get Greninja? We should have definitely just got Greninja then, all right? We're just trying to see more cards. Yeah, that was like a mistake from Rowan. I think even if you could use the Zacian here... I think you still go get Greninja, especially with the Tomb start from Ian. The Tomb start is actually really, really bad for Ian because you can KO the Spiritomb with Cresselia turn 1, and then you can go KO an Umbreon, KO and an Arceus for your 6 prize cards. I actually don't like the Zacian. Even if there wasn't the Spiritomb in play, I think the Zacian actually take care is bad. It should just be a Greninja. Just draw more cards, get turn 2 Candy, use Cresselia turn 2. Ninja's prized. Did I miss it, dude? I literally just went back and look at the prize cards. Dude, now I'm trolling. No, there's no Greninja prize. Get out of here. Yeah, this is just a bad sequence here from Rowan. Really bad sequence. All right, see what Zion's got. We got the Arceus. Got the Arceus, got the energy. Got the thing for next turn. What is it called? One guide again. Got the Arceus, got the energy, got the Ultra Ball, got the V-Star. We're cooking. Ultra Ball for the Umbreon, that's what I meant to say. Umbreon's in play. Now we get the Greninja here for Rowan. Turn late. Yeah, like I said, definitely a misplay there. And there's the Cresselia, but now we don't have, for Rowan here, you don't have bench space for the Cresselia. So now you're going to be hitting with Zacian this turn, which is worse because then it gets popped And then maybe gets Lost City before you actually use it for a big one-hit KO. It was definitely a bad sequence. That was definitely a bad sequence from Rowan there on the first turn. We could have just been seeing more cards, so that way we could pull off the Candy Guard. We just want Candy Guard. Actually, Candy Guard EX is actually still a fine attacker here, though. Actually, I take that back. Candy Guard EX is still pretty good here. If we can get there. See if Rowan can do the... Actually, what was the sequence? I have to see this sequence again here from Rowan. When did the Iono happen? Because like, why did we use Mew so early in this sequence? That finds our Candy or our Ultra Ball. Did we use Mew first? What did we Mew for? Mew's already tapped. Maybe it's just tapped from last turn. Maybe Mew's not been used yet. Is there ever a reason to play Judge nowadays? Yeah, it's like good on like turn 1, turn 2. Like if you play, or you could play like, some decks like play like 4 of them, like Arctina plays 3 or 4 because you can just draw into it naturally. But then like Arceus X, like the Arc-Umbreon deck usually play like 1. I hope that Mew's not been used yet. If that Mew's already been used, that's definitely a mistake, it seems like, from Rowan. I don't know what it would have got. I don't think it got anything though. That's why I'm like so confused if it was. Okay, I don't think the Mew has been used yet. You'll probably see that level ball get used out of Rowan. Use the level ball, thin out your deck, please. There we go. Get another Curlia. If you whiff the Candy combo, that's fine. Got another Curlia to use. I like the attach active as well, as opposed to letting your Mew take damage. 1, 2. There's Guardy. No Candy though, but we have Mew. Let's see. Has he used the Mew? No, okay, apparently. There's the Candy. Okay, Candy, Guardy. And I think we should just attack with Guardy EX here. I think attacking with Guardy EX here makes the most sense. That's what I would like to see. I think that makes the most sense. Attack with Guardy EX, save your Zation. Don't let your Zation just get punched and then not be able to use it later. Yep, Guardy EX slap here. And this sets up a pretty good prize trade here for Rowan for the rest of the game. You KO the Spiritomb, you go down to 5, you KO an Umbreon VMAX, you go down to 2, KO an Arceus. That's it. Like, you just KO those 3 Pokemon. And Ian might just be punching a Guardy EX here on this next turn as well, which is not ideal, obviously. So, pretty good start for Rowan. Definitely makes a big difference to have that extra bench space to work with compared to game 1 where Rowan didn't go for the Candy Guardy as opposed to having it now to work with. We'll see. All right, Raihan coming in from Ian. I got the energy on Arceus. And then I assume if there's not an Arceus V-Star in the hand here, the Raihan got it here for Ian. Yeah, we're looking what to get here. And I'm assuming it's going to be the Arceus V-Star. And then we might see the Starbirth happen here as well. What are my thoughts on Simisear allegations? No thoughts. Checking Pokemon and I said 5 players are DQ'd at NAIC. That sounds about right. I don't think that's like an extreme number or anything like that. A lot of players get DQ'd for trying to flip a coin for their match results on the last round. Not a lot, but like I would say probably at least 1 a regional. That'd be my assumption. Okay, Ian immediately going to the Umbreon. Doesn't want to deal with this. Doesn't want to hit into the Guardy. Like I said, that's kind of a waste of an attack. And another Arc coming down as well with an energy. Got the knockout on the Curlia. No Lost City to go with it though. I'm sure Ian would have liked to have a Lost City to send this to the Lost Zone, especially with the Ralts prize from Rowan. I guess Ian doesn't know about the Ralts being prized, but you know, you can just see this can just get super routed back into the Ralts to the bench. 20 off the Gardevoir to the Mew and then KO on the Curlia. Okay, for Rowan here, we're looking for boss. We're looking for 1 KO on the active or boss KO on the Umbreon into boss KO on the Umbreon VMAX. That's going to be the route here for Rowan. Boss KO Umbreon, take away those free gust effects. And then boss KO the V-Star has been used here as well. Acclimatization is probably fine. Boss KO on Umbreon, I think, is going to be the play. You also want to recover that Ralts. There's a boss. As long as there's enough energy. You haven't used Greninja yet either. I love those circles, holy moly. Are you a big fan of the circles? Are you just memeing or are you actually a big fan of the circles? Okay, there's the reversal energy, but we can't use that yet. Super Rod, okay, we can get our Ralts back. That's what we're looking for. Big fan. I I feel like you're memeing, but I believe you. No Curlia grab, just the Ralts. The Curlia is not bad here. I think we could work with the Curlia here. I don't know if I'm a fan of that. All right, what is Rowan gonna attack with here? Do we attack with the Baby Gardevoir? I think we do. KO the Umbreon? Is there enough energy in the discard pile? Actually, I don't know if there is. I assume there is, but actually I don't know. We also need to get that Ralts on our bench here. We have an Ultra Ball in hand here for Rowan, so you should need to go get that Ultra Ball. Or you need to go Ultra Ball for that. There is an Ultra Ball in hand, right? I'm almost positive I saw one on the draw. I threw out all the draws. Treat. It is into the Zacian, so you don't love that to be your route to chase this Umbreon here. You would rather do it with the Gardevoir, I feel like, and save the Zacian. Dude, I swear there's a reversal to the bench Guardia. I don't hate that. I would prefer to basic energy, though, I feel like. Maybe there's not an Ultra Ball in the hand. Oh, there's not. Dude, I swear I saw an Ultra Ball in the hand here. I guess I was trolling the whole time. So we couldn't have got the KO with the Baby Gardevoir, right? Because we had an energy on the Spiritomb. I don't know about that. It does stop Luminion, but I'm trying to bench double Ralts after we get a Ralts off the prize cards potentially this turn. I don't like that Spiritomb bench. We need some Ralts here. Actually, you know what, to be honest, the more I think about it, I actually don't like the reversal energy attachment either. Because I think the win condition for Rowan here is flood the board with Ralts and then eventually go for reversal boss KO Umbreon. So basically, you're just going to push Mew, push Greninja for like 2 turns. Maybe attack with Cresselia. Yeah, I actually really hate the Spiritomb bench, actually. I actually really dislike it. Especially because you might want to attack with Cresselia to stop the Alakazam shenanigans. I actually really dislike this play from Rowan, the Spiritomb bench. I think it's really bad, actually. You want that bench space for Cresselia. You want to be able to attack with Cresselia, clean up this stupid little ping damage that Ian's throwing at you. You don't want that. You want to be able to like bench Ralts, maybe bench Cresselia. I swear there was an Ultra Ball in that hand, though. I swear. Maybe not, though. Because yeah, Cresselia this turn to set up the Umbreon is so good, but now it's not as good if your lone Guardy can get boss KO'd. Move some of this damage, clean him up. And look for the boss knockout. Yeah, I don't know about this. Level ball. We will get our Ralts finally. We don't have that much draw power on board, but we can use Greninja, and we can use the other one as well, Shiny Arcana. And where was the Cresselia actually? Is the Cresselia in the deck? Did we use Cresselia? We didn't use Cresselia this game. I think it is in the deck still. Mew for a Battle VIP pass. That's probably fine to Mew first here because you want to probably try and find an Iono. Then we go into probably... Oh, there's a Cresselia in the hand. No, but we can't Cresselia and Ralts here. See, that's why the Spiritomb is so bad on the bench right here. The Spiritomb is so bad. Oh, and we got the Collapse as well. So we could... Well, now you can Collapse away your Spiritomb. Well, I don't know if you want to do that. You can Collapse away your own Greninja to open up space. You probably don't do that either, actually. You don't really want that Lost City in play, though, I feel like. Well, we're down most of our super routes at this point, so it might not matter for Rowan. See, the Cresselia is not that good here, because if you Cresselia here, then Ian can just spawn trap your Guardies. Until... Yeah, because Ian can then just go Gust up your... Yeah, that's just not good to... Yeah, we need another bench space here. It was so bad for Rowan to bench the Spiritomb. That was so bad. Because now we're going to Cresselia, but then if Ian just has Gust up the Shiny Arcana Guardy, then you're just stuck. Right? Because your Zacian's gone. Yeah, because then Ian can just spawn trap your Gardevoir. One more second, and boss can KO Umbreon VMAX? No, because the reversal energy is not active right now. They're tied on prize cards. So Rowan needs to leave a bench space open. Dig through the deck. Use Cresselia. Have a Ralts down on the bench. Not good, man. Yeah, so if Ian just has Gus here, I think Ian just wins by Gus KO the Guardy. Well, Gus would win it for Ian as well. Gus KO Guardy EX. Although actually the Umbreon can't KO Guardy EX right now. So maybe there's still some hope here for Rowan. Because we're gonna put 80 on the Umbreon here. And we're gonna start to heal this damage off the Guardy EX, which keeps it out of range. Also, actually, KOing Guardy EX here. Oh, wait, actually, yeah, I remember this. I remember this turn, actually. Rowan needs to put the energy that's in the discard pile on the Guardy here. These 5 energy have to go on the Guardy here, I think. If I remember correctly. Or something like that. Yeah, it was just rough. Because now, also, if Ian does KO the Guardy EX, there's not a Guardy EX in play to overload the baby Guardy. Yeah, there's the attack. And now actually, Ian, instead of KO the Guardy, actually, you just KO the Guardy EX. It's the exact same thing. But you get 2 prize cards, which means you're down to 1 prize card. You can KO anything on the board and you just win the game. So once again, this all goes back to Rowan benching the Spiritomb and bench locking themselves out of a way to get down a Ralts plus attack with Cresselia in the same turn. If Rowan had just played a little bit cleaner on the last turn, they actually had a win condition here. But now they made it so that Ian can just guaranteed win the game here by going boss KO the Guardy EX. I can't tell what that card is that Ian got. It's something. We have Gust. Ian's doing the math. Boss. And then you do need to Alakazam the damage over as well with the Umbreon. I guess maybe, like, what about if Rowan gets attached for turn plus double off Shining Arcana, right? That's possible. Oh, now I remember the rest of this game as well. Yeah, so that's what Rowan goes for here. Rowan tries to get the Shining Arcana for 2 plus attached for turn plus Shining Arcana for 2 is what, 182.40, so that's enough. But you need all of that. You need to hit all that. And actually, Rowan has a Super Rod in hand, but Rowan is going to try and get... There's 2 Super Rod left here, I believe. So Rowan's going to try and get the other Super Rod as well. No, Rowan already played a Super Rod, right? I think Rowan did already play a Super Rod. Why would Rowan ever send up the Mew, actually? I feel like it's a mistake, actually, to actually have ever sent this thing up. Because I think Rowan only has 1 Super Rod left. We're just going to fast forward through this here. Attach, switch... Rowan swings, is a little bit damage short, and then yeah, concede. I actually don't think that Rowan actually had another Super Rod left. So I don't know why Rowan sequenced it this way. Probably should have just like sent up the Guardy, draw for turn, attach for turn, Super Rod 3 energy back, throw it back, Shiny Arcana. I hope to hit 2. If you hit 2, you win. If you don't, you lose. But yeah, it all comes back to when Rowan benches the Spiritomb. If Rowan doesn't bench the Spiritomb there, they don't guaranteed win the game, but they don't allow Ian to do what Ian did, where Ian can kind of trap them out of a line of play. If you got Switch, why not? I guess they got the Switch off the concealed cards, if I remember correctly. The Switch wasn't in their hand. The Switch wasn't in their hand off the start here. I think they got it off the... They concealed cards into research and then research into the Switch, if I remember correctly. So it was just risky. Oh, they also had they had Shiny Arcana as well. Yeah, but they weren't guaranteed to be able to move it. I'm pretty sure setting it up was just a mistake on Rowan's side. And I think Rowan did only have 1 Super Rod left, if I remember correctly. If Rowan did have 2 Super Rod left, there was an argument to play it the way that they did, but I'm pretty sure they only had 1 left. So I don't think there is a reason to have played it the way that they did there. But yeah, that's the last one for the finals. Try this again. Cyrus Davis, Inteleon Urshifu, Ian Robb, Arc Duraludon Umbreon. And there was a Battle VIP Pass top deck there from Cyrus. In this matchup, I used to think it was like really good for Ian. Because of the Duraludon. Duraludon can't be hit by the Rapid Strike energy. But you can attack with the Inteleon with double basic water. And then also if Cyrus has the Urshifu and goes first, you can like pull off a G-Max Rapid Flow, which could like KO an Arceus or set up a bunch of damage on the Duraludon to get you ahead and kind of go from there. Double Remoraid is interesting, but I guess there is... I guess, like, what does that Duraludon do? Doesn't it do 70 damage for a fighting and a metal? So you could go boss KO lone Remoraid there, and you want double Remoraid to get the Karina's Focus probably on the next turn. Battle VIP Pass coming. It's actually weird. I would assume that Cyrus maybe would have wanted to... Well, I guess you can hit and run with the Urshifu here. I don't know if you're hitting and running. I assume getting a water energy down on the... So what did the Irida grab? Doesn't Cyrus play a Luminion? I'm not a huge fan of this. This is the second time we've seen Cyrus do this, but Cyrus have been like bench locking themselves out of their own potential Luminion. I'm not a big fan of that. Like if you get Iono'd here and then you draw into a hand where you need it, then that feels bad. All right, straight for 30. Does run to the Inteleon. It's gonna be hard to attack with an Inteleon on this turn. That's what I was saying. Like I was thinking maybe like a basic water to an Inteleon would have been a little bit better, but I guess we'll get there eventually. Got the Urshifu in the hand. We may as well evolve that. Attach water active. Then I guess we go with the Octillery for Karina's Focus and draw 3. Or maybe not, actually. Might just go for the... Karina's Focus actually might be prized. I didn't actually see it. Okay, no, it is in there. Yeah, I think so. Attach active, play Karina's Focus, draw 3. You could actually attach to the bench instead, to be honest. Well, no, the Duraludon can't attack you, so you may as well attach to the active. Unlucky start for Ian. Yeah, definitely not a great start. Definitely not a great start. Energy active, Karina's Focus for 3. There's another water. Okay, so next turn, we will be attacking for Cyrus. Ian with the draw pass. Classic. Love to see it. All right, here we go. Octillery gets the Inteleon. So now I think Cyrus is too far ahead to lose this one. Like this one feels like it's pretty much fully in Cyrus's control. We'll see though. Do you have to return the energy to do the extra damage? You do, right? Oh no, if you don't have to return an energy. You can return energy. That's what I mean. So there we go. 140. Draw for Ian. It is an Ultra Ball. But if Ian does bench something here, then Cyrus can KO the active actually through the snipe plus moving the damage to the active, right? Yeah. Another threat here could be like an escape rope. Oh, there's another Duraludon in the hand here for Ian. I mean, I'm assuming we have to grab. Oh, it has to be. I was gonna say maybe an Arceus, but I guess it's gonna be the Luminion here. Luminion for what though? Adventure's Discovery, Iono. If you don't have energy in hand, I don't think you really want Adventure's Discovery. I feel like you have to go with the putting Luminion in play also is like pretty bad. It's a free snipe for the Urshifu. It can't be the Adventure's Discovery, right? If there's well, maybe there's an energy in hand. I feel like there's not though. Well, no, maybe there is because you want to attach a dark energy or a yeah, maybe there is a thing in hand here. Because you want to attach a dark energy or a double turbo to the Duraludon anyways. Okay, so we did have a dark energy the whole time. Okay. And the Umbreon comes down as well, which is once again more prize cards that Cyrus can kind of go after with the Urshifu. I actually wonder if like should Cyrus just go with a Gmax Rapid Flow here? On the and I think that is what Cyrus is gonna do here. Gmax Rapid Flow on the Luminion and the Arceus. I mean, one thing here with that as well, though, I guess. Actually, you know what? I don't like the Gmax Rapid Flow here. I think Cyrus should actually just punch the active. Because Cyrus doesn't play boss. So, if Cyrus ignores this Duraludon and then Duraludon makes its way to the bench next turn, it's going to be... You can't ever chase those prize cards unless... You can't ever chase those prize cards, actually, because you can't Gmax Rapid Flow them. I actually think Cyrus should punch here again with Inteleon. Punch this. And then when Urshifu... Or... Punch with Inteleon, do some snipe damage on Luminion and the Arceus, and then when Arceus comes to the active, Gmax Rapid Flow, punch the Arceus and punch the Luminion. And I think you're like almost guaranteed to win based on like the current board state here as Cyrus. I would also hope that Cyrus knows Ian's exact 60 at this point because Ian was on stream. So going into the finals, hopefully did their research and knows exactly what Ian's 60 is and knows that Ian doesn't play Volo or any way to remove the Luminion. So that's like free prize card. So I actually think Cyrus messes up here by attaching to the Urshifu and should have actually gone with the KO on the active. Or no, don't KO the active, just hit it again. Just hit the active again for 140. I think it's actually a mistake here. Because now once this Duraludon goes to the bench, which will wheel through the Starbirth, you can't actually KO it anymore. It's just on the bench now. It's just chilling. So I actually think this is a pretty big mistake here from Cyrus. Because there's also no threat on your Urshifu either. Your Urshifu will be around next turn to use Gmax Rapid Flow. Ian has to use Arceus next turn. You're just kind of making your prize trade more awkward here from Cyrus. Like, Urshifu kind of looks cool, but you don't play boss as Cyrus. So you're never going to get access to the Duraludon ever again. So I actually think the game is literally just won here if Cyrus doesn't make this play. I think the game is literally just won here if Cyrus doesn't make this mistake, but now Cyrus could lose. Like, you just auto win the game if Cyrus doesn't do this. Oh, it's going after the Duraludon. Doesn't even go after the fish? The fish is the softest one. That's the weakest one. We gotta go after fish here. Also, it doesn't go after the Arceus either. Well, I guess you wouldn't want to hit the Arceus. But the Arceus is coming to the active next turn. And then if you're going to be hitting the active next turn with Inteleon, because you can't use Urshifu again here, because you only play an Escape Rope for a switch card. I don't like this. I think the damage should go on the Lumineon and the Arceus as well. So you go damage Lumineon, damage Arceus. Well, you're not getting access to this. I mean, this is just so awkward now. Your damage is just in a bunch of places where you like Lumineon should always be hit here because Lumineon is so easy to KO through the Alakazam plus Inteleon Pings. Like the Lumineon's just dead. And then you have to figure out, well, what's coming to the active after that? Well, the Arceus is going to come to the active on the next turn. It's going to hit for one turn, and then it's going to go to the bench, so it can't be Urshifu. And it can't get Urshifu this turn. I guess you could pull off, maybe Cyrus has Melanie in hand. So if Cyrus has Melanie in hand, then this play makes sense. But you should still always hit the Lumineon here, I feel like. And then you should probably snipe whatever the energy from the Arceus goes to. And maybe even should have Alakazam to 20 damage off the Duraludon to the Arceus, so that way when you G-Max Rapid Flow next turn, you actually KO the Arceus, so it can't maybe use Trinity Nova again instead of a different attacker, and then you're locked into just whatever the attacker the first Arceus set up. Yeah, I really don't like this damage placement from Cyrus. I don't hate hitting the Duraludon, maybe, because like the Duraludon is always the one that's getting set up here, probably. Yeah, Ian's never gonna reset your Urshifu for you, so like they're never playing the Escape Rope. But if Cyrus does have Melanie here, then this is still like okay. Yeah, this is like okay. If Cyrus has Melanie here, this is like okay. We'll see though. I feel like Lumineon should have been hit over Umbreon. I don't like the hit on the Duraludon's not terrible, but the Lumineon. See now the Umbreon just evolves, and it's just like, oh well, you can't access the Umbreon. Like Ian's not. Wait, never mind. The Umbreon's getting set up. I take it back. Can we not set up the Duraludon? Oh, there's a lot of energy in the hand here for Ian. I was like, I didn't think we were ever accessing the Umbreon, but apparently we might have access to Umbreon here. I take it back. But I think it's just because the energy in the hand is really awkward for Ian. I think all the metals and the other fighting is in the hand here. Goes with the fighting on the Duraludon, actually, the Herc Duraludon. But that one is able to attack here. Okay, let's see what Cyrus has here. There's a Cheryl in hand. Cheryl's not bad here. Escape Rope is... Man, I'm just like thinking about how, yeah, if we just held on to the G-Max Rapid Flow, this game would be over. If Cyrus had just punched the Duraludon for one more turn. I don't know. What does Ian push here off this Escape Rope? Thinking about the Lumineon. Letting Lumineon get hit is not great. That's like a lot of... Well, the Lumineon hasn't been hit yet, though, so I guess it's not terrible. Do we have a water energy here for Cyrus? Has a retrieval, but I don't know if there's one in the discard pile. Let's see. Ultra Ball coming out. I don't think there's anything to Ultra Ball 4 here. You maybe would just put like, there's a Metacham. Let's say maybe you just put Lumineon in the hand if it's in there. Maybe Lumineon's prized. Where's Lumineon at? And then Rapid Strike search for energy. We can G-Max Rapid Flow I guess we can G-Max Rapid Flow the Umbreon still, but like if we're KOing it off the bench purely through G-Max Rapid Flows and Inteleon Pings, that's a lot. Oh, we have the Gale Thrust this turn. Okay, that works. Wait, how do we get to the... Wait. Oh, we got Escape... No. Oh, Cyrus played Escape Rope. Okay. I was so confused there for a second. I think some damage should have been moved here, though, with the Alakazam, right? Like 20 should have been moved off this Duraludon to somewhere. I don't know where. 20 should have been moved out. This Duraludon has a bunch of damage on it, and it's not attacking. These things are attacking. 20 off this Duraludon, probably to the other Duraludon. Maybe to the Umbreon, actually, to be honest. Because the Umbreon's not in KO range on an Inteleon yet. All right, Nest Ball fail for Ian. Has research, has energy. I think the problem here is that all of Ian's energy is in hand. And you got to retreat. Is there an Escape Rope in the hand here? There's not. Okay, punch with Arceus. No takes, though. I thought there was a research in hand, though, but not playing the research. Maybe he needs that energy. There's a retrieval top deck there for Cyrus, which is not going to do a whole ton. The Urshifu is... You could just G-Max Rapid Flow here, though. G-Max Rapid Flow is, like, really good here. Yeah, it's pretty good. G-Max Rapid Flow, hit the active. This is why I want to see 20. 20 from the Alakazam should have moved 20 off the Duraludon to the Arceus last turn, so you could actually KO the Arceus this turn. KO's the Lumineon, so wants prize card access. That's like fine as well. Oh, Lumineon is prize. I was wondering where it was at. Nothing good off the prize cards though. But I don't think there's anything good in the prize cards. See, this is why, like, knowing your prize cards. Oh, there's a Melanie. But is there a water in the discard pile? There is a water in the discard pile. But there is a water in the discard pile. So we do have retrieval for water here then, I believe. Or G-Max Rapid Flow. G-Max Rapid Flow could also come down this turn. I wouldn't hate to see a G-Max Rapid Flow. Just put a ton of damage on the Arceus and probably punch the Umbreon, because the Duraludon already gets KO'd by Inteleon. So that's what we should see here. G-Max Rapid Flow. Almost KO the Arceus, and then put some on the... you could do it with the Rapid Strike Energy as well, to be honest. Because the Rapid Strike Energy, you don't really have any other use for them besides... You would need... Leave one left over for... Leave one left over for... Ooh, Echoing Horn, actually. What's in the discard pile? What is that? I don't know what that is. Is it a V? Leave one left over for Metachamp, possibly. That's what I was trying to say. All right, retrieve. There's one water in here, right? Okay. G-Max. I assume we're hitting the active. Once again, we don't KO the active yet. We can KO it next turn still with Metachamp plus Alakazam, but... Would have been nice to have the option to maybe just Alakazam it at this point, to be honest. So if we had just had 20 off of this Duraludon onto the Arceus from the previous turn, we did Alakazam this turn already, but the previous turn, and then we could have maybe KO'd it this turn, or we could just leave it like this on the turn, but if we shoot 20 away, then you can choose to Metachamp it or Alakazam it again. Is there a shot for Ian to win this game? I think Cyrus has definitely given Ian a chance, but I don't think there's a chance anymore. And if there is, I have no idea what the... I'm pretty sure the game just ends right here, right? We can just Yoga Loop, knockout. No, because you can't chase. I mean, you could Yoga Loop knockout here, though. I think we'll see a Yoga Loop knockout here, I assume. Then do we have a guaranteed way to win the game after that? What is that? I don't know what the other card is next to the Arceus. But we're getting close to KO and everything else on the board, so... Yoga Loop the active to start with, and then go from there. Urshifu got to go in the Lost Zone. Ooh, they heard you, gamer. All right, Cham's coming down. We got the stadium. We got to go to the active. Oh, we have Force Zone as well. Oh, we've already used the V-Star power, though. I thought we still had it. Okay, Loop. Get some prize cards to work with, and we'll also see what Ian pushes here. This is tough for Ian, because the Duraludon's your only set-up attacker, but nothing else can retreat, and the deck that Ian plays doesn't play that many switch cards, so... We could see a punch with the Metachamp here, to be honest. But I think we'll just start to see some pings on that Umbreon. I think we'll start to build up the damage on the Umbreon, probably, and then we have the out to KO the... Start with the Melanie. Oh, okay. We might actually punch the active here. I don't know if I like that Melanie there. Like, punching with Metachamp doesn't seem that good. Because you do 200 damage. Yeah, just doing 200 damage here doesn't make it... Like, this is the threat. The Duraludon's the only threat. The Umbreon, I guess, is kind of a threat. So if we just... Melanie to the bench, Inteleon VMAX, and we drew 2 energy, then we just go ping 2 here, ping 2 here, ping 2 here, ping 2 here. Bring this in the active, hit for 70 or something. You can hit for 140, I guess it doesn't really matter. Yep, 4 and 4. And then we can use Alakazam, I believe, again here. Move 2 more off this Duraludon to... This thing looks like it's dying. Yeah, so 2 from here to the Umbreon. But we could have... Actually, see, this is what I'm saying. Like, Cyrus was playing 2 passive with the Alakazam. The game would actually be over right now if Cyrus had just been 1 Alakazam ahead. And Cyrus could have been, actually, 2 Alakazams ahead at this point, I think. I mean, still obviously in a very good spot. And it's thinking about just hitting for 200 damage here, it looks like. Which I guess is fine. I don't think it really matters what you do here as Cyrus. You literally win with Alakazam onto the Umbreon next turn anyways, and Ian can't draw 3 prize cards on the next turn. So this is just kind of a formality at this point. I guess Ian could boss KO the Alakazam, but then the Metachamp just loops the Umbreon. Yeah, this is just a formality at this point. I think Ian's looking... yeah, there's a scoop. Okay. So that game... But like I said, at the beginning of the game, Cyrus literally had it locked up on turn 3 if Cyrus just didn't use G-Max Rapid Flow. If Cyrus held G-Max Rapid Flow, Cyrus literally just wins the game. But... a little bit aggressive with the G-Max Rapid Flow and gave Ian a chance. But if Cyrus holds G-Max Rapid Flow there, just punches the active Duraludon for another 140 damage, then Ian has to go into the Arceus, and then you come up G-Max Rapid Flow, 240 damage to the Arceus, 120 damage to the Luminion. Your pings and Alakazam clean up the rest, and you just win the game from there pretty handedly. But Cyrus did give Ian a chance there for a little bit. It was still pretty tough for Ian because of how far behind Ian was. But Cyrus definitely gave Ian a chance when they sequenced that and went with the G-Max trap a little more aggressively. Did Ian scoop? Yeah, Ian scooped there. All right, the escape rope prize. I believe there's only one escape rope in this list here for Cyrus. Yeah, only one escape rope. Ian is going first here. Went first in the last one actually as well, but has a better starter here in the Arceus. Hopefully has an energy to go with it. See, there's the energy. So from Cyrus, I think you want the same thing of like... I think Cyrus wants the same thing here of like the potential for the turn 2 G-Max Rapid Flow. I think. I don't know why you would ever... Like, obviously that just sounds really good. I'm trying to think if there's ever a reason why you just don't play that aggressively for it. I think you just play really aggressive here for the G-Max Rapid Flow. Ooh, thinking about ultra away the Irida. What are we getting off this? Luminian? Okay. Wait, but we could have played the Irida. What else more did we need this turn? Melanie. Oh yeah, someone told me about this play that side. Cyrus goes for the turn 1 Urshifu KO. But I don't think you need to do that here. I think this is actually a bad play here from Cyrus. Because putting Luminian in play is bad. It's like just 2 free prize cards for Ian at some point. I think if you just play this a little bit more passive here from Cyrus, I think you're in a fine spot. Just go for the Urshifu next turn. Yeah, just have the threat of the Urshifu next turn. But Cyrus goes for the... Yeah, Cyrus goes for the if I draw the stadium, I knock out your active here. I don't think you need to do this. I think you just play the Irida, set up, chill. Ooh, I guess the Inteleon does get KO'd by the choice belt from Ian, though. All right, maybe I dislike it a little bit more, a little bit less, a little bit more, a little bit less. Yeah, maybe it's not as chill as I thought, actually. Ian can go choice belt KO Inteleon here. What if Cyrus had just went like retreat, grab strike energy retreat, grab strike energy retreat, Melanie here, just send up a Remoraid pass, not pass, but Remoraid go. Ian is still probably looking for a boss KO on the Inteleon. But maybe just taking out the Remoraid is fine as well. I don't know, to be honest. I just don't think like this aggressive play just feels like maybe it is the correct play. Maybe the matchup is that bad when you go second. I don't know, actually. Definitely feels tough. But is it this tough? I don't know if it's this tough. It might be this tough. All right, Ian needs a little bit from the Starbirth. I don't know what the rest of the hand here looks like for Ian. Iono. I'm sure we're looking for the KO here from Ian. Like, wants the choice belt. And Luminian just hanging out there as 2 free prize cards is really, really bad for Cyrus from here on out. There's a Duraludon. I wonder when Ian should bench the second Duraludon V. I assume your game plan is Arceus, Duraludon. Like, maybe just this turn. Like, I'm actually curious to see. But then it's going to get sniped. So maybe you force the Urshifu out of Cyrus first, and then you bench the other Duraludon. I guess you don't have any energy to put on it anyway, so maybe you do wait. Now, Ian's thinking, what is the play? You always get the choice belt here, unless it's prized, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't prized. Let's see. Dude, I love being able to fast forward in this, to be honest. Wait, can you do that on Duraludon? Wait, what's Duraludon's attack cost? Why are we getting a dark energy here? I mean, you can do that, obviously. I guess the question should be, should you do that? I think probably because you're trying to thin out the deck. So it's just Ian trying to thin out the deck there, I guess. Actually, if there was an Iono in the hand here from Cyrus, it's possible Ian wouldn't be able to attack with the Duraludon. The Urshifu is actually sent up here from Cyrus, but wouldn't you want a Gale Thrust for the knockout? We're not trying to G-Max Rapid Flow here, right? That's definitely a mistake, I feel like. We have the Tower of Waters in hand as well. Yeah, this has to be a mistake. What are you G-Max Rapid Flowing? Yeah, that's got to be a mistake here from Cyrus. I don't understand. One was prize, one was in hand. Oh, I think there was 2 prize actually. But yeah. What? Okay, no, but there's a Tower of Waters in hand. Are we really that concerned with holding this Tower of Waters? Top deck the tower, right? Did she? I don't think so. Oh, you might be right. You might be right. But the prize cards are like too important here, right? Okay, you are right. Did top deck the... But you still should just send up Remoraid and retreat Remoraid, take the prize cards, right? The Duraludon can't even attack. Well, I guess you should assume that Duraludon can attack out of hand next turn. No, but you need the prize cards are too important here, I feel like. And then you just hope to top deck a way to move it. You have so many outs as well. I still don't like that play. You're right. The Tower of Waters was top decked. I thought it was in the hand. But I still don't like this play. I think you should still have... Cyrus should still push Remoraid and be like, okay, if I top deck Tower of Waters or Artillery, dope. If I don't, I just attach retreat, I get the KO. I just need the KO here. And then you can still retreat your Urshifu next turn because the energy will be on it because you Gale Thrust instead of G-Max Rapid Flaunt. Yes, I don't like this play. I appreciate the 42 months there. Tier 2 42 months there, Little Will. Is Noivern good for grinding ladder? Anything is good for grinding ladder. Yeah, I don't like this play. Now we get to use the Arceus again. Imagine if Ian has another boss here to KO that Inteleon with the water energy, the game just explodes and implodes. It's over. Yeah, if Ian has boss KO Inteleon V here, the game just ends. You ever not evolve to KO? No, because then the Duraludon just KOs you back. I would have. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Austin is good for grinding ladder. Anything's good for grinding ladder. Yeah, because then they just go knockout, boss KO Luminian, exactly. I think there was a research top deck there for... We're actually going to run Luminian and pass. Wait a second. I actually don't hate this. Would we rather have ran to a Remoraid, though? Cheat to Remoraid. Remoraid puts Ian... Because now you have to evolve both of these Inteleons or one can get boss KO. So actually, I think running to Remoraid is better than running to Luminian here. Yeah. Run to Remoraid. Give it one part. You never know. Like theoretically, so what Cyrus is doing, he's like, okay, Cyrus is going to go, okay, you KO my Luminian. I evolve both of my Inteleons to VMAXs. And then... I actually think Cyrus should have just played the research. Because you still force Ian to have the boss. But now Ian KOs this and then Ian still needs a boss. Well, I guess if you evolve everything, then a boss doesn't actually win the game for Ian. If you put the Urshifu on the bench, Ian would need boss and boss, which is the same thing as needing or KO and then boss and boss. I think Cyrus should have actually just dug here to try and get the KO. I think Cyrus should have just dug for the KO here. I think this is like too cheesy. Just because you not only do you want to progress through your deck this turn, but you also might want to progress through your deck next turn. So like you're like taking away a turn of play in the game for no reason. Because if you retreat the Urshifu to the bench, set up an Inteleon, and the Urshifu's on the bench with a bunch of damage, Ian still needs boss KO Urshifu and then boss KO and Artillery after that. So he still needs two bosses. If Ian KOs this Luminian here, Ian still needs boss KO a 2-prizer. So if Cyrus whiffs the double evolve here, then you just lose the game. Or Ian needs boss KO Artillery into boss KO Artillery. So it's still two bosses. So I think Cyrus should have just like played the research there and not Cheryl the Urshifu. Because the Urshifu is just like not good at this point anyways. It could be okay if Ian benches another Duraludon, I guess. There's a Lost City. Shouldn't make a big difference. I mean, I guess Cyrus does play a Clara, so it could make a difference, but... Keep it thought. Checking the discard. Maybe thinking about playing like a... Ultra Ball by double Iono. So definitely don't want to... And then actually prioritizing the Umbreon here, which I do like now. I think I like this from Ian, because like... The Gust Effect is all you need at this point, right? To KO that Inteleon maybe. Or back-to-back Gust Effects, whatever it might be. Urshifu send up here is kind of sus because we don't have Tower of Waters in play anymore, so I think that should have been an Inteleon send up there. Isn't Urshifu just gonna get stuck here? Maybe Cyrus is trying to get the knockout with the Urshifu, let the Urshifu take a hit and then retreat it. I guess that's fair play, actually. Yeah, that's fair, actually. There you go. There we go. Get the Rapid Strike energy. Use the first attack for what? 60 damage. Move 20 off the active to the Duraludon, I guess? I don't know. Duraludon, Umbreon. I don't know which one, to be honest. And we'll see if Cyrus actually got... They get the double Inteleon VMAX. If they don't, they just lose. Wait, did they not get... No, we're not KOing the Umbreon. We're not KOing the Arceus. Oh, we're not KOing the Arceus here. So we're just hanging... Okay. Well, I feel like... If you're going to do this, then shouldn't Cyrus have tried to KO this Arceus through the damage of Alakazam? I feel like that's the way it should have gone then, right? Because you don't want to waste any more time on this Arceus, and you need to move your Urshifu next turn. So I feel like Cyrus should have... I mean, that's we're just fine with leaving the Arceus around. But Cyrus doesn't play any boss, so you can't like access the bench that aggressively. So you need to be doing your bigger damage. This is just a mistake here from Cyrus, I think. Again. So Cyrus either... Well, evolving both bench Pokemon, I think that's correct, actually, over getting the Rapid Strike energy. Because that seems correct. But then Cyrus probably... Maybe you don't push the Inteleon there either, but you need to KO the... That's maybe fine as well, actually, to just hang Urshifu in the active for a turn and chill. But But then Cyrus needs to go Inteleon pings, but then move the damage up to the Arceus and KO the Arceus through the Alakazam damage. Get that out of the way, so that way when you're hitting, because you don't want to hit with an Inteleon into an Arceus, because you're just this heavily damaged Arceus, because you're being super damage inefficient, which you don't want to have happen. So actually, I think this is actually fine the way Cyrus played it, up until the point where they moved the damage off the Arceus instead of damage onto the Arceus. The damage should have been moved onto the Arceus, not off the Arceus, because you don't want to hit for 140 damage into something that has, I don't know, how much HP does the Arceus have left? 60 HP left. They're hanging 80 damage. You're just like wasting 80 damage. Doesn't make any sense. So now we're like that much further from winning the game as Cyrus, because you're gonna do one of your heavy hits into a very damaged Arceus at this point, which makes no sense. Because yeah, once again, Cyrus plays one escape rope, no boss, like literally can't access Ian's bench. Actually, I didn't even think about that. If Cyrus burns their escape rope, Ian could theoretically Umbreon lock the Alakazam, right? Once again, I would hope that Ian knows the exact CC of Cyrus, because Cyrus has also been on stream before. That would work, right? Yeah, if Cyrus burns their escape rope, then Ian can trap the Alakazam. Artillery could attack. Everything else could attack. Once again, moving damage off the off the Arceus doesn't make any sense. You should have done it the other way around, because now you're just wasting damage here, Cyrus. I'm pretty sure the game is won by Ian next time. I'm pretty sure Ian has a Gust effect in hand. Right, 2 more water off the retrievals, and then picking them up on the bench. Yeah, to be honest, this matchup doesn't actually seem that bad. I thought it was going to be a terrible matchup for the Inteleon Urshifu deck, but it's actually not that bad. It doesn't seem that bad. Might be a lot about who goes first, because if you can get the Duraludon set up, you kind of play around with the amount of advantage you can get out of the Urshifu. Because the Urshifu, once the Duraludon gets set up, the Urshifu basically does nothing. But in the early game, like if you go first, like if Cyrus goes first, you get some value out of the Urshifu, whatever. Game 3 is very long. Oh yeah, I know. Look at this. Look how much time is left. It's like a 3-hour game. It's insane. It's already over before we even saw anything. What the heck? They didn't even show the first 2 turns of the game. You actually just don't see the first 2 turns of the game. Cyrus goes, attach, pass. Ian goes, attach, Trinity charge. And then Cyrus goes, okay, knockout. Actually, the way I can't see Cyrus's hand, so I can't tell for sure, to be honest. But it was looking like Ian had probably a pretty good setup if they had gotten the Trinity charge to the Duraludon V. What happens when nobody pile shuffles? True. The cameramen just like, they don't know what's going on. Everyone's playing too fast. I think Ian also played a research. Really? So Ian played a research and saw nothing? Gee. Well, we can't tell. We'll never know, because can't see anything. And that's game! Commentators were too busy talking about prize cards. There wasn't even anything that important prize. It was just the Duraludon. That's only important if Ian... Well, you do want to set up double Duraludon, but it's not that important.